Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Space Between. My name is Miles David. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and if not, I'm here to make it better. How are you guys doing? Welcome to the week. It is Monday EST, Tuesday for me. And yesterday I had to go pick up my medicine, which took a while. So there is that, but I'm doing pretty good now. Hope everyone's doing well as well. And today we are going to be going through Trigger's agent story, and I'm excited for it. Let's see how much emotional damage I'm going to get. Whoever in Telltale joins the stream gets to draw in. I see. Okay, fair enough. Oops. There we go. Do 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 do. Alright. I realize I have so many windows open that I don't need. Okay. Do do do. Do 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 do. Okay. Let's see. Depending on how fast this goes, I may also just play some more Persona 3. But we will see. Later today, I'm going to be. Oh, excuse me. Later today, I'm going to be accompanying my mom somewhere, so it's still gonna be a while though. So we got lots of time to stream today. Let's see how long we can go for. Yeah. Do 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 do. You know, it's really weird. Like for gacha games, it feels wrong to play with the controller. For every other game, I play with the controller, but for gacha games, it feels weird to play with the controller. Anyone else feel that? Like, even when I used to play Genshin, it felt weird using a controller. I wanted to use mouse and keyboard. I don't feel that way for any other game besides FPS, besides shooters. But to me, gacha games feel right using mouse and keyboard, whether it's like ZZZ, Honkai Star Rail, or like Genshin Impact. Well, you know what? Maybe Hoyoverse gacha games. I mean, I played Nikkei with mouse too, but is it possible to play that game with fucking with a fucking controller? That sounds like a nightmare. What other gacha games have I played? Played Wuwa. I played with the mouse and keyboard. It feels right. I don't know why. It feels right to me. Is that radio? That's definitely radio. Shit. And I'm out. Man, I don't think I'll be able to like get Yusa unless I get really lucky. We're gonna have to like consolidate all our gains in order to try and get Yusa. Because I'm probably not gonna roll for Hugo. Because dude, I have like 2 ice DPS already. I don't need a third. I am so excited to play the story, but first we're gonna do our dailies. Just to get that out of the way. And help the cash get drawn in. Do, 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 do. Ooh, lucky day today. Sheesh.
Nothing beats caffeine on a lazy afternoon. Sometimes stopping to take a break can help you go further.
Okay, and lastly...
Good afternoon. Feeling hungry? Let me make you a deluxe bowl.
Need to get as much...
Got your fill? See you next time.
Need to get as much monies as possible.
Afternoon. Let's get your little
Back. I heard a
companion
bark
some
or
new
noise that wasn't a
parts.
bamboo. I'm pretty sure it was Rainiel.
Got any questions?
I'm
Come
like,
find me anytime.
Pretty sure it was
I'll be
Rainiel
here.
who jumped into my stream, said "Woo," and then left. Okay. Next, we have enough. We do. Does that mean I have to draw Rainiel? Do 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 do. Hmm 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 hmm.
Secure the perimeter. There's no time to lose. Scatter! In pursuit. Good.
And there it is. You just gotta do that around 5 more times and we good. Damn, I'm almost to max internet level. That's wild. That's actually wild.
Roger. Let my song move everything. Scatter! Weakling.
Damn, all the particle effects. Need to get as many of these as possible.
Scatter! I'll handle it. Waste of time. There's no time to lose.
And there it is. Next.
I see it.
Almost there.
You're done. Weakling.
Just need one more.
Watch out. Leap. All right, I'll take the mine.
Okay, perfect. All right, it's time to do it. How will they break my heart today? How will my heart be broken today? Oh, that's a lot. Okay. Be able to get another tenfold then. Whispers from beyond the river dwell in her eyes. Alright. Immersive storytelling time. This is a story that took place in the past, a story of a rookie proxy named Phaethon, who meets a young lady at a crossroads of faith. Wise, we've been on 6th Street for a while now. How many Internaut commissions have we taken these past few days? We're still newbies, so you know how it is. I see. It's okay. We're starting our proxy business and video store business from scratch. It'll take time. I've been busy managing the store, so thanks for handling the Internaut side of things, Wise. Living together in this cozy little home's already much better than our life right after leaving the academy. As long as we gradually build a reputation, we'll eventually have a chance to uncover clues about the fall of the old capital. Wise, let's take it slow. Why you never do your pulls on stream? I'm just too excited to pull. Okay, Jay. I'm just too excited to pull. Next time I do a pull, I'll do it on stream. Dude, I just want that dopamine rush immediately. And I get impatient. Yeah, but I still want to take some commissions. I knew you'd say that, but this part will be solved soon. Actually, I saw how hard you've been working to find commissions. So these past few days I've also been searching on the internet for an intelligence broker who can find commissions for us. If we can establish a long-term partnership with such a professional intelligence broker, we won't have to worry about getting commissions in the future. Don't I deserve a little praise? Good job. And today I've arranged to meet him at the store. He should be here soon. That moment, sudden knocking comes from the door. That must be him. Well, let's go talk to him. Maybe the first commission we work on him will give us a totally awesome surprise. Oh boy. Is it him? As the front door opens, a man in a suit walks in. Although he wears a friendly, reliable smile, there's still something slightly off about him. Wise, let me introduce you to this professional intelligence broker I found on the internet. Nice to meet you both. Nice to meet you both. You can call me Shepard. I'm just glad, yeah, I think Brooklyn Axe would be best for him. Glad you chose to work with me. By the way, you're starting out in this line of work? Nice to meet you, but we haven't been in the business for too long. I understand. It's normal for rookie proxies like you two to have a hard time finding commissions, but please, don't worry. As an intelligence broker, I exist precisely for people like you. Let me check my notes. Your name is Faithin, right? What kind of commissions do you usually specialize in? Or great at any commissions? What an energetic response. These days, many young proxies lack the energy you have. That being said, combat-related commissions might be a bit tricky, right? You two don't seem like fighters, and hiring combat personnel can be expensive for new proxies. To be honest, I'm not sure I feel comfortable assigning you anything dangerous. Well, we'll find a way to handle it. We'll soon see our abilities in action through an actual commission. Through the actual commission? The actual commission, huh? Well then, I happen to have a recently issued commission that could serve as the perfect starting point for our partnership. I believe this commission is the perfect difficulty to assess your abilities. Perfect difficulty to assess your abilities. If you're interested, let me explain the details. Shall we move on to a more convenient place to talk? Let's see, we'll talk about this encounter. So you move to a small room. Shepard discuss things in detail.
Our first assignment together is a missing person commission. There's no need for combat or venturing into any hollows, so it's completely safe. Honestly, I can't think of a better way to test your skills.
I have a completely different voice for him.
With all due respect to the client, the proxy's role is to guide people through the hollows. Is it worth hiring a proxy for a commission that doesn't even involve going into one?
Don't get me wrong, I'm definitely not trying to pass this off on you. Your ability to navigate the hollow is unquestionable. That's what makes a proxy a proxy. But this role involves more than just that, and this commission is a perfect opportunity to demonstrate those other skills. To be honest, the client barely gave us anything to work with, just pieces of info. That's why this is a perfect chance to show off your skills in gathering intel, spotting details, and negotiating. All the makings of a top-tier proxy.
All right, you've sold me. Let's see what we're dealing with.
Let's see what we're dealing with. Let's see what we're dealing with. Shepard nods in satisfaction and pulls out 3 items from his pocket: a harmonica, a sheet of music, and an old photo. Oh shit. A somewhat aged photograph. Through the image remains fairly clear. A blonde young woman with her eyes covered leans against the wall. For some reason, her silhouette seems so fragile, as if she might shatter into pieces at any moment, filled with such profound sadness. No signature, no nothing, huh?
The client has only provided us with these 3 clues. All we know is that the woman in the photo is your target.
Wait, just a photo? That's barely a clue. No name? No background? Not even her usual haunts? And what's up with the harmonica and the sheet music?
The client doesn't seem to have any more info, though it's possible they just don't want to share. But the client did mention if you get stuck, you should try playing the sheet music with the harmonica. Well then, I'll leave this commission in your capable hands. Keep me in the loop if you make any breakthroughs. Just ping me on Knock Knock.
Finding someone with just a photo and a melody. That's like searching for a needle in a haystack. Got any ideas, Wise?
Let's go to
Maybe we should check Port Elpis. Women with their eyes covered aren't exactly that common. Remember when we visited the sea a while back? I think we saw someone who fit that description. Remember? You were in a bad mood, so we went to the sea to clear our heads. We even bought some fries, but you got distracted by a woman passing by with her eyes covered, and the seagull took the fries right out of your hand.
Now that you mention it, yeah, I remember. She did look a lot like the woman in the photo. And I was just curious, all right? She stood out. How was I supposed to know the seagulls there were so aggressive? Anyway, it's an unexpected lead. Let's check out the port and see if we can dig anything up.
Okay. Let's do that. Do 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 do. Wise, we're here now. Let's find that guy. I never saw that girl a week ago. I don't know if she's actually the person we're looking for. Even if she is, who knows whether she's still at the porter now or not. We better get started. Alright. Oh, fuck. Oh, well. I clicked too much. Welcome to Tater King. Our fries and hot dog combo is a hot seller. Would you like to give it a try? Hello, have you seen this person? I remember seeing this girl before. When exactly? Maybe once or every 1 or 2 months. I'll see her wandering around this area. I've never spoken to her. And she doesn't seem to interact with anyone around here, so I don't really know much about her background. So she hasn't been around recently? No, I don't think so. I remember seeing her recently. You're looking for her? I can keep an eye out for you. Alright, thanks. By the way, would you like some fries? The seagulls here always try to steal the fries. Alright then. Seagulls have been too active recently. Will they have a negative impact on the sales of our fries? Looks like I shouldn't feed them too much in the future. Oh, it's your fault. Now they have a taste for fries. This room upstairs. Someone must be living there, right? There's a blindfold woman that appeared around the port. Maybe whoever lives here has seen her. I'm not gonna do. Complete silence, but there seems to be some kind of noise inside. Oh. Excuse me, have you seen this person? Oh, let me see. The door opens slightly. I carefully hand the person over. Within 3 seconds, the person returns it. Never seen. Disappear. In the end, everyone will disappear, including me. The door shuts. What was that all about? What the fuck? That's ominous. That sounds like some clue that will pay off months from now. If we can climb the lighthouse and overlook the entire port, maybe we'll spot the blindfolded woman somewhere. As you're about to try opening the door leading to the top of the lighthouse, an old man appears behind you. I was so tempted to drop in for a funny, but I would wish you good luck instead. Damn, you need that much of a distraction, boss? I appreciate you dropping the chat. Hey, what do you think you're doing? I mean, feel free to if you need to. This lighthouse currently off limits. No one's allowed to enter. Oh wait. Wait. How do I put this? Voicing. Yar. Hey, what you doing? What do you think you're doing? This lighthouse is currently off limits. No one is allowed to enter. If I hadn't shown up, you would have gone straight in, wouldn't you? This lighthouse hasn't been properly maintained for years. If something happened to you, who would take responsibility? Besides, what do you need to go up the lighthouse for? I'm looking for someone. Have you seen this person? Let me see. This girl does have a rather memorable appearance, but I don't remember seeing her here before. I think she might have been here before. Is that so? I usually keep to around the lighthouse. If she was on the dock's walkway, I definitely would have seen her. If you're looking for her, I suggest checking around there. At the very least, I haven't seen this girl near the lighthouse. Fuck. Alright, thanks. I asked a few people, but none of the clues seemed particularly useful. I should head back and discuss our progress with Belle.
I've got nothing. How about you, Wise?
Looks like this isn't something that can be solved with a quick trip to the port. But since we're here, how about we try playing the harmonica? I'm not sure what good it'll do, but if it doesn't work, we'll just buy some fries and head back home.
I agree. Playing the harmonica and buying fries, both are officially your job now.
I guess there's no saying no to you. Fine. But just so you know, I'm not good at it. So don't blame me if it sounds terrible.
It was pretty accurate. Whatever you think, it sounded good at least. The music continues for half a minute.
That was pretty painful. And it didn't do a thing. Let's just grab some fries and call it a day.
Excuse me. Were you the ones playing the harmonica just now?
Oh my god.
Sorry for my brother making a bit of a ruckus. We'll just... Wait. You're the person in the photo. When did you... I didn't even hear any footsteps.
My apologies. Moving quietly is second nature to me. I didn't mean to startle you. If I may ask, where did you learn that melody?
Val shoots you a questioning glance. The blindfolded woman from the photo actually appeared. What an unexpected surprise. But now what?
Actually, we're proxies. The song was given to us by our client. We didn't expect it to help us find you. Our client is looking for you, you see. Why don't we discuss the details somewhere else?
I see. Please lead the way. I'd also like to meet this client of yours.
Why don't we head back to the store?
Okay, let's go check in with Shepard. Oh, I almost forgot. Your name is...
My real name. I haven't used that in a long time, but I do have a code name. You can call me Charon.
Charon. You return to the video store with a woman who calls herself Charon. Along the way, you introduce yourself and share a bit about your fledgling proxy business.
Miss Charon, I've already contacted the information broker who issued the commission. Once he gets here, it shouldn't be long before you can meet the client. Feel free to have a seat on the couch. I'll grab you something to drink.
Thank you, but please, don't mind me. By the way, the second row from the top on your TV wall, third unit from the left, it has a connection issue. You might want to check it out when you have time.
Let me see. You're right. How did you pick up on that? I thought there was some lag lately.
I rely on my hearing. I lost most of my vision in an accident. I can just about make out the outlines of my surroundings. To move around like an average citizen, I've trained my other senses to be extremely sharp. I heard a faint buzzing sound. By moving around the room and noticing the change in sound, I was able to pinpoint the location of the faulty TV.
Sorry. I hope my question didn't seem rude.
No need to apologize. Vision isn't the only way to perceive the world. As proxies, you too should know that better than most. Anything that can be seen with your eyes can never be considered a secret.
Subtle silence fills the room. It's clear you each have secrets you don't want to share with others. There's an unspoken understanding between you. As the silence is on the brink of becoming awkward, a knock sounds on the door from outside the shop.
It's me again! You two found the target already? Wow, Phaethon, you guys are incredible. If you're always this fast, you could take on anything.
I'm glad you're impressed, but you seem somewhat unhappy. Troubled even.
Where to start? It's great that you were able to find the woman in the photo, but there's a new problem. I can't get in touch with the client anymore. There's been no reply from his Knock Knock account since yesterday. I brushed it off at first, but there's still no reply today. Just when I thought he might have skipped town, his account suddenly sent me a location, the edge of a hollow. Who sends something like that in normal circumstances?
From what you're saying, it sounds like the client ran into some kind of trouble tied to the hollow. But we can't jump to conclusions just yet.
Either way, I'll keep trying to reach the client. I hope he's alright. Let's stay in touch for now. We won't be wrapping up this commission for a while.
Sorry, but I overheard your conversation. Could you share that location with me? If I investigate the hollow, I might pick up some clues.
You're Miss Charon? No offense, but the hollow isn't somewhere just anyone can waltz into. Without a carrot or combat personnel, it's a death trap. You should wait.
I'm a soldier. I served with the Eridu Defense Force under the Chrysoberyl Division. Even after retiring, I've made countless trips into the hollow. You can trust in my combat skills. The heart rates of you and the two proxies here seem to have just spiked. Don't worry. My military days are far behind me. I have no current ties with them. As for getting into the hollow, proxies, can I request your assistance? I don't know anyone else who could guide me. I'll pay the commission fee as best I can. If you don't want to be involved, that's fine. I'll think of something.
we're just as eager to find the client. After all, no client, no payment. Besides, if we said no, you'd still head into the Hollow alone, wouldn't you?
Yes, she would.
How did you know?
So I was right. You remind me of how Belle and I used to be. So fixated on finding someone that nothing else mattered, not even your own safety. Well, since Miss Charon wants to investigate, I'm willing to act as the proxy for no additional fee. Just leave it to us, Shepard.
I see. That works for me. With the client still unreachable, my hands are tied. Please, look into the Hollow, and be careful.
I'm really sorry for troubling you both. Finding this client is very important to me, so I may have acted a bit out of line just now.
Don't worry about it. Seeing how determined you are to find this person, we can't just sit back and do nothing. Let's work together to find them.
Let's go. I'm down. Thank you, Prox, for accepting my request. This is probably your first time taking a mission to the Hollow that might involve combat. I'll do my best to protect you. Actually, I don't need to enter the Hollow in person. Not just to a Bangbu. That's technology. I've never heard of anyone being able to do something like this before. If you're a Bangbu, I'll protect you. You respond to my request, so this is my duty. I was doing for our own feel the same way. Yeah, we can't just leave her be. We can't. Ether and ice.
I've got your back.
Huh? Is something the matter?
Need something? My services are expensive.
Okay. I realize my bamboo aren't there, but I don't think it should matter right now. We should be fine.
Miss Charon, I need some time to calculate the Hollow route.
Leave this to me, Proxy. Actually, I've been to this Hollow before for reasons. I still remember the way forward clear as day. Ether vision activate.
Oh, why don't you wait just a little longer? Calculating a path doesn't take that long.
The path ahead. It should be right around here. I wasn't here too long ago. One moment, Proxy. I might have misremembered. I just need to think.
I'm sure you're well aware that hollows undergo periodic spatial distortions and reconstruction.
I'm here.
That's why each time we enter, we need the most up-to-date carrot.
Not.
Hands up!
Okay.
I'll take point. Sorry for being so presumptuous, Proxy. I got ahead of myself and made things difficult for you.
Maybe I should have just used Evelyn, actually.
By the way, Miss Charon, how are you so fluid when you move and fight? Is it because of your exceptional hearing and tactile senses?
I'm curious if
That's one part of it. In fact, my eyes gained some unique abilities as they changed. I can't see most things clearly, but I'm able to detect the etheric fluctuations of nearby
Wait, something's up ahead.
Oh god. Man and woman lie collapsed on the ground with the unmistakable smell of blood emanating from them. Common source of scent, you see bullet holes in their body. No signs of breathing. Their heartbeats and pulse are completely gone. These two are dead. Cause of death appears to be severe blood loss from long-range gunshot wounds. Time of death, probably within the last 1 to 2 hours. Just before we entered the hollow. Which means... And this isn't just a case of losing contact with our client. Someone's been killing people in this hollow. I don't sense the killers nearby right now. There's still a chance they're active somewhere in the hollow. Oh! Hey, what's up? Hey, God. 27 months, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Proxy, don't stray from my side. I'll keep you safe. Those two. I really want to take their bodies out of the hollow, but without knowing the killer's whereabouts, moving them would be too risky. Proxy, mark these coordinates. Once we confirm their area is safe, we'll come back to retrieve our bodies. I'm sorry, the ground must be cold. And you rest in peace. Holy
What
shit.
could have happened? Who did this?
Given the depth of the wound and the caliber of the bullet, the killer was a sniper, just like me.
The surrounding ether levels have increased significantly. What's going on? Hold on. Let me find what's causing the ether level increase. Up ahead, there are multiple devices leaking ether non-stop.
We have to close them.
Okay.
Copy. Increase firepower. Those are high-pressure ether storage tanks, filled with highly concentrated ether.
Right back at ya.
As soon as the valve is opened, the ether will flow out at a fixed rate. Show no mercy.
Such high ether concentrations will make the nearby ethereals more active. And cause more to show up.
Trying to cover the tracks or something? I don't know what's happening.
Charon, it'll be dangerous if we keep moving forward.
Press stone for a single shot. When blue flash appears, you can perform another single shot. Otherwise, rapid fire will trigger. Rapid fire. Target distant containers.
All high-pressure ether tanks have been disabled. We can keep moving.
Oh my god.
Proxy, there are 4 people over here. They're all still alive. I'm not detecting any ether fluctuations from any other life forms nearby.
They're still survivors. Charon, can you check their condition?
Confirmed. 1 is seriously injured. A bullet pierced their lung. The other 3? No internal injuries, just a few minor wounds. They're all unconscious. The one with severe wounds. His etheric fluctuations are nearly completely gone. He's beyond saving.
Oh god.
Who are you? Help me. It hurts. So cold.
Oh god.
I don't want to die.
I'm sorry, bro.
Is there nothing else we can do? If we contact a hospital and get him out of the hollow right away...
His internal organs are ruptured. He'll bleed out long before we can get him out. No rescue team can beat the clock when life fades this fast.
Am I dying? I just want to go home.
Karen doesn't respond. She sits beside dying man, pulls out a harmonica, and begins playing a soft, familiar melody. The tune echoes throughout the hollow, heavy with the scent of blood. The song they recorded on the client's sheet music. The harmonica's gentle notes fill the air. The dying man stops groaning, simply listening until his eyes close forever.
What's wrong? You seem like you're in pain.
I fucking it. I'll just keep chat here.
I'm fine, don't worry about me. As I mentioned before, these eyes of mine have their uses, but they bring just as much inconvenience. The rejection reaction you saw just now is one of them. Staring into death. It's not something I handle well.
My head. Where am I? Who are you people? I remember now. There was a madman, a lunatic who tied me up and dragged me into the hollow. You're not.
I'm not the lunatic you're talking about. Can you stand? There are 2 more unconscious survivors here. If you can, help us carry one of them. Let's get out of here together.
Leave? We can leave this place? What about that lunatic who shot at me from the shadows?
Looks like the person behind this has already left. Charon, let's get the survivors out of here. Follow me.
Holy shit. Holy shit. Exhausted and unable to carry any more bodies, you can record the coordinates of a few of the corpses. Once it's all over, you should make sure to report them anonymously to public security. With Charon, you keep your guard up alongside these 3 survivors. They're soon arriving at the abandoned metro entrance in front of the Ballet Twins Road. Proxy, let's take a short break here. The area around the Ballet Twins has been abandoned due to the Hollow disaster. No one's likely to be around. So it's secluded and safe, making it a perfect place for conversation. Those 3 survivors. Yes, I know. They just escaped from a killer, so we need to check on their injuries and mental well-being. Could one of them be a client? Unfortunately, I don't think so. After they woke up and saw me, they didn't have any particular reaction. They were the ones who assigned the commission to find me, and they should have recognized me to some extent. Proxy, I'll keep watch around here and be on the lookout for the perpetrator trying to track us or attempting to ambush us. Could you please have a brief conversation with the 3 survivors? 3 survivors? I think they might have information on their perpetrator. And to be honest, I think they might... No, it's probably just my imagination. I'll gather information from them first. Thank you, Proxy. Thank goodness. I can't believe it. I'm still alive and out of the hollow. What's your name? Oh, me. I'm Jesse. I'm so grateful you were there to save me. When that maniac was chasing me and sniping at me, I really thought I was done for. I have some questions I have to ask you. Questions? Go ahead. Although I really don't want to remember what just happened, you did save my life. How are you kidnapped and brought to the hollow? I was tricked. I received an anonymous message telling me there was a big job I could do, asking me to meet in an alley on 6th Street. Just arrived at the agreed spot and was waiting when someone hit me from behind and knocked me out. When I woke up, I was already in that hollow and my hands and feet were tied. I've got a few more questions. What did you experience in the hollow? Although I was tied up in the hollow, luckily I always carried a folded knife with me. I had to shake the knife out of my pocket and cut the ropes hoping to escape, especially since the area was filled with ethereals. Suddenly someone shot at me from the shadows. I was so scared that I quickly dropped to the ground and dodged the bullets. I immediately fired several more shots. I had no choice but to run for my life. The maniac shooting at me, I felt like they never intended to kill me right away. Instead, they seemed to be having fun watching me panic. Every shot scratched me, but none of them were fatal. I just kept dodging ethereals and the sniper, running for my life. In the end, I finally managed to hide in a place with a few ethereals, but that maniac shot a tranquilizer into my thigh. I quickly passed out again. After that, I woke up for the second time and to you all around me. How are your injuries? I feel a bit dehydrated. I probably have at least 10 or so aberrations, but surprisingly no major wounds. Seriously, what's up with that maniac? What did I ever do to them that made them go through so much trouble to set up a trap, kidnap me, and then throw me into the hall to slowly execute me? Take some time to calm down. Is that all you want to ask? A bit too happy on my trigger finger. take a deep breath. If your emotions get too intense, the wound might reopen. I still feel like I'm gonna throw up. I fear that someone's still trying to shoot me. It just won't go away. Are you guys okay? I'm okay. Did you save us? I'm just about holding up. I've more or less recovered from the shock. I remember you. You were looking around for someone in Port Elpis, weren't you? Yes, I think I've seen you before. How embarrassing. I never thought we'd meet again like this. What are your names? My name is Zoe. Aaron. Just call me Aaron. Feeling nauseous again? I managed to hold it in. Do you want to ask us something? I have some questions for you. No problem. No problem. We'll answer what we can. How did you get kidnapped and taken to Hollow? For me, I was sightseeing at Port Elpis earlier. After that, I was on my way back home, driving out along a deserted road when I seemed to hit something. So I got out of the car to check. Just a few seconds after I got out of the car, someone hit me from behind and knocked me out. So I have a bump on the back of my head. You can feel it. Let me take a look. There really is a bump on the back of your head. As for me, I was sitting at home with my friend when someone pried open the lock and tampered with our food or water or something. I don't know what they did exactly, but shortly after we ate, we both passed out. We were the only 3 rescued from the Hollow? Did you see another woman? Just 3 of you. What happened to you in the Hollow? We really have to talk about it. If possible, I'd rather not relive it. I'll go first. After I woke up, I found myself tied alone in the corner of the Hollow with the Theros wandering nearby. Didn't make an escape then and there, I'd be doomed. Found something sharp cut through the rope. After freeing myself, I was about to run when a bullet grazed the top of my head from above. That's when I realized someone had been watching me all along. The same happened to me. When I woke up, my limbs were tied, and the Theros were already closing in. Fortunately, the ropes weren't tied too tightly. I used a broken iron railing nearby and eventually managed to cut through them. I barely ran a few steps when a bullet hit my left arm. I could only grit my teeth and run for my life. Ugh. If she keeps talking, she'll throw up again. That maniac shooting from the shadows. They seem to take pleasure in watching our frantic attempts to escape. Could have just killed us right then and there, but they deliberately aimed each shot slightly off target, giving us enough strength to keep struggling. Under the threat of the Theros chasing me and the sniper's fire, I don't even know how long I ran. Eventually, I managed to reach an area where the Theros were less active. But that maniac kept shot me with a tranquilizer and I passed out again. Same here. Now that I think about it, we must have been both passed out of the same area. How are your injuries? Aside from the blunt force injury to the back of my head, I also have some minor abrasions and a slight dislocation in my shoulder. Top of that, I'm a bit dehydrated, so I have a headache right now. Mine are worse. My left arm was hit solidly, taking off a small piece of flesh. Same with my calf. Why am I going through all of this? I'm really fed up. Take some time to calm down. Alright, anyway, thank you for you and your companion. If it weren't for your arrival, I don't think the perpetrator would have let us leave so easily. Why are we being targeted? I can't take this anymore. And she threw up. Her brief check on the 3 survivors. You share what you've learned with Charon. She then calls the 3 over.
Thank you all for assisting me, even though I'm a stranger. You've given me valuable information.
It's the least we can do after you saved our lives. If there's anything else you want to ask, go right ahead.
I do have some questions left to ask. Before that, could the 3 of you introduce yourselves? I'd like to see if there's a pattern to how the killer chose their targets.
I'll go first. My name's Zoe. I used to be a soldier in the Defense Force, but now I'm just working a regular desk job at a private company. Don't let that fool you, though. I've earned my stripes.
Oh, they're all Defense Force. That's why they were so easily talking about their injuries. In my head, I was like, yo, they're really specific on how they were injured. They all just know. This kind of weird. It felt kind of weird to me because if I'm a civilian, right, and I got shot, I'd be like, bro, I got shot. I don't know what other injuries I have, but they were like super specific. I like dislocated my shoulder. I got some minor bump. I got some minor abrasions. When they said abrasions, I was like, what the fuck?
I'm Jesse, currently working as an Internaut information broker. I'm still pretty new at it though, so I can't think of any reason someone would target me.
My turn? I'm Erin. I was also in the Defense Force, but now I'm unemployed. Actually, I have a question for you all. Did you see my friend when you were in the Hollow? She's about my height, with shoulder-length blonde hair and a mole under her eye. We were kidnapped together, but I can't find her anywhere now.
I don't recall seeing anyone.
If I'm not mistaken, we didn't come across anyone like that in the Hollow, among both the survivors or the bodies.
It's all right. I'll keep looking. I hope she's okay. We were always inseparable. We even planned to visit Scott Outpost together for Remembrance Day. I never thought something like this would happen.
Remembrance Day? What's that?
As the name suggests, it's a day organized by the Defense Force for the families of deceased soldiers and veterans. People gather to mourn their loved ones who died in the fall of the old capital and find comfort in each other's company.
I didn't know the Defense Force did that. Huh. Maybe I should go check it out.
If I can't find her anywhere else, I'll head to Remembrance Day alone. Maybe she'll show up there.
Oh no, hopefully we can find
Was
her.
your missing friend also a member of the Defense Force? Yes, she and I were in the same squad. Obsidian Division's Cartis squad.
Wait, Jesse was in the
This
defense.
sounds like a series of murders targeting the Defense Force. But then, Jesse wasn't with the Defense Force.
No, you're probably not far off. Jesse claims to have been up front, but he neglected to mention he was once part of the Defense Force. Right, Jesse?
Well,
Okay.
that's...
Okay. God damn it, Jesse. You piece of shit.
I just don't like bringing up my past in the Defense Force. It's not like I'm trying to hide it. They're just memories from my time there that I'd rather forget. I was part of Obsidian Division's Noct Squad. That's the absolute truth.
For all
I
targeting.
was also in the Obsidian Division, Impera Squad. I don't know who those who died in the Hollow were, but it seems the killer really is targeting members of the Defense Force.
Wait a second. If I remember correctly, during the fall of the old capital, didn't our 3 squads work together on a mission outside Hollow Zero?
We did? I don't really remember.
I have a vague memory of it, but there were so many people on the mission, I don't remember your faces.
Thank you all for the information. I'm starting to see a pattern in the killer's choice of targets. But there's something else I need to ask. I came to this hollow because someone I'm searching for sent me its location. And that person was likely being held by the killer as well. Did you happen to see anyone else?
The 3 survivors exchanged confused glances before shaking their heads at Charon.
You're not giving us much to go on. At least tell us what kind of person you're looking for, male or female, what they look like. Can't offer much help without that.
Sorry, I don't have much else to share. Even so, if any of you remember anything else that may be useful, please let me know. This is very important to me. You don't even know who they are, yet you're so determined to find them. Is it really going to be an issue if you can't find this person? Maybe. I've been searching for someone for a long time. They might be the key to achieving my goal.
I see. Whatever happens, I hope you find them. If there's anything I can do to help, just let me know.
Thank you. But please, prioritize your own safety. If the killer is targeting former Defense Force members, there's a good chance they'll come after you again. Stay vigilant.
Of course. Once I've checked out Remembrance Day, I'm locking myself in my room and throwing away the key.
You return to random play with Charon. Okay, very interesting. Even after questioning those 3 survivors, seems the clues we gathered still not enough. Our goal is to find the missing client. Right now, we only know he was likely kidnapped by the perpetrator. We have no idea who the perpetrator is or what they went or where they went. Charon, do you have any ideas? I think the other proxy is right. The information the 3 survivors provide is limited. With our current information, it's hard to deduce where we should go to find the next to find a client. Lucifer died. There's still something we got out of it. We still got something out of it. At least we now know some characteristics of the perpetrator: a sadistic sniper, They're grudge against the defense force. They're meticulous in planning and avoid open confrontations, and they're obsessed with committing crimes in the Hollow. These characteristics and the Hollow coordinates, we might be able to deduce the general area where the perpetrator operates, as well as the potential base where they might have placed the kidnapped victims. But that would take quite a lot of time. Yeah, so while we're narrowing down the search, the perpetrator might continue committing more crimes. Karen seems somewhat agitated. The lack of clues plunges you all into silence. Just you're about to accept reality and start organizing the current clues to narrow down the search as the door to the video store suddenly opens. Comes here, Wise. I think it's Shepard. He's at the counter. The intelligence broker might have something important to tell us. Proxy, let's talk to him first. That's Shepard. Oh, I didn't mean to open that. Oh, wow. They really made sure. Damn. Bring Shepard to a room where he can talk.
Phaethon, you've already been to the Hollow and made it back safely?
Did you run all the way here? Do you need a moment? We've already been to the Hollow, but unfortunately, we haven't found the client yet.
I'm fine. Did you find any clues there?
There are traces left behind. Signs of a kidnapping. It's very likely the client was involved.
That's right.
Cooperate with Karen.
It seems the client was kidnapped, taken into the Hollow, and later moved again. We're still looking for more clues. So, what made you rush over to the store?
Well, just take a look for yourself.
Shepard chose his phone about 10 minutes ago. The missing client sent him another location and knocked now. There were no other messages.
I checked a map of New Eridu. This spot, it's another Hollow entrance.
We were just stressing over a lack of leads, and now one conveniently falls into our laps? Something about this feels off.
You're sure it's just a disappearance for now and nothing more serious has happened, right? If that's the case, the situation is still manageable. No matter how shaky the clue is, let's keep investigating. Just be careful. Any casualties and this will become something beyond our control. At that point, stop the commission and contact me. I'll bring in some professional Hollow experts to deal with the situation.
Shepard hurries out again. You turn to Charon, who seems unsettled. She held back the full truth from Shepard to avoid having the search handed off to someone else.
Thank you for not revealing what really happened to that information broker.
Don't mention it.
It's nothing, but why?
Why keep secrets? From a practical standpoint, wouldn't calling for backup have been the safer move?
The killer is a sniper who has no qualms about taking lives. Judging by the victim's injuries, it's clear they know how to deal a fatal blow and how to inflict pain without causing death. Most Hollow Raiders lack experience dealing with snipers. If they encounter the killer, it's likely to end in a difficult fight, or worse, casualties. And besides, asking for help from others would only delay the search. The client is at risk right now, so I think we should follow the clues and enter the Hollow as soon as possible to ensure their safety.
I may have kept it from Shepard, but I have to admit, it's too dangerous. That location message seems cagey. It could be a trap to lure us in.
I understand, I really do. But what if we're late and something happens to the client?
Why is the client so important to you, Charon? Would you be willing to tell us? Are you so set on finding them because they're connected to the person you've been looking for?
Zapping
Client's true
time.
identity might be the very person I've been looking for. And if not, they most certainly
outta
have
here.
some vital information. Since leaving the military, I've spent years searching for my missing teammates. They were more than just comrades who trusted me with their lives. To me, someone raised as an orphan, they were family.
You certainly have some vital information. Okay, I see.
I've scoured countless hollows in every corner of New Eridu. It's called Homecoming. My squad leader composed it.
Scared to find him. I never found a single lead until I met you and heard a melody and a harmonica. It's called Homecoming. My squad leader composed it.
It's called Homecoming. My squad leader composed it. Only our squad knew it. And yet that client of yours not only knows the song, but also gave you the sheet music.
That means that's probably someone
Only
from
our
the squad.
knew it. And yet that police proxy, This client is the only lead I have left. I'm certain my teammates are still alive. If this trail goes cold, I don't know when I'll get another chance to reunite with them.
Well, good enough for me. They're still alive. Could there really have been no trace of them after all these years? Bell's gaze towards you seems to convey such a question, but then, thinking about how you're also searching for your teacher, it doesn't seem all that hard to understand.
I understand how anxious you must be right now. We can help you, but we really need to be careful this time.
Thank you, Proxy. I feel much better knowing I have your support. You can trust me. I'll protect you if the killer is really waiting for us in the Hollow. We'll make it out in one piece.
That's what I like to hear. Well, let's get in there.
I am the Eye of Obel.
Asset confirmed. Prepare it. Ooh, we really harmonize.
Okay. This looks like a better team. Sure, it doesn't fit like the weaknesses, but I'm still at work. Damn. Working late, huh?
Looks like there's something here. Is this?
Great.
Proxy, look at this. A communicator left right at the Hollow's entrance.
We're spraying the trap.
Why is there a communicator here? It doesn't look like it was left behind randomly.
There's hardly any dust on its surface.
Aim for the water.
Which means it was only placed here recently. It looks like someone wants us to use it.
Ah, such decisiveness. Following random location info without even thinking twice. I'm glad, Sniper of Liar Squad.
Liar Squad? What's that? More importantly, who are you?
Sniper. Or should I say Charon now? Haven't you shared your past with our dear Proxy? If introductions aren't your strong suit, I'd be happy to show you how. You can call me Grim Vulture, the one behind this string of murders. You see, I've been working my way down a list, crossing off names. And now, Charon of Liar Squad, your name's next.
Looks like you've done your homework on me. Just because my presence interfered with your plan, you've decided to take me out for good?
I thought you were just going to be another obstacle in my way. But now, with you in my sights, this must be some kind of destiny.
I'm not sure what you're referring to, but I'm looking for someone. Given that you're waiting at the Hollow entrance they shared, I'm guessing you have them. If you hand them over, perhaps we can make a deal.
I was muted. Suddenly, Karen dodges to the side, raising her gun and fires using her body to shield Eos. In the next instant, a bullet flies past her and hits the ground. Her shot flew off into the distance. There's only one thing that's for certain. It didn't hit Grim Vulture.
So your version of making a deal is stalling for time to locate me and lining up your shot? Can't say I'm surprised. After all, that's exactly what I plan to do too. You seem to have rather unique eyes, but you'll never get the chance to hit me. After all, no one's better at counter-sniping than me.
Seems talking won't resolve this, but I'm not averse to using force.
Now that's the spirit! If you're looking for someone, why not search the Hollow for clues? Providing you can survive both my attacks and those of the Ethereals, of course. Oh, and I've prepared a little gift for all your trouble. I hope you still have that determined look on your face after seeing it.
Who is this person? Let's see.
Watch out for Grim Vulture taking shots from afar.
I bet Trigger is the eldest female character in the game. Might be.
Head on.
Is there nothing we can do?
I'll join your load.
I found a box.
Rather Cupid box giving off an unsettling stench. You have a bad feeling that opening it would be asking for trouble. You glance at Karen beside you, who has fallen silent. Clearly she's having the same feeling. Right now she's hesitating about whether to open the box. Karen, wait. Don't open it. Karen opens the box anyway. A bloodstained tired military cap, carelessly crumpled and stuffed into the corner of the box. Though the owner's identity remains unknown, the message it conveys can only mean one thing. Death. Don't touch what's in the box. Karen reaches out and picks up the military cap from the box, her fingers tracing its shape, her lips tremble. I'm okay, Proxy. If my senses of touch isn't deceiving me, this appears to be the outfit my former teammate wore, or a replica of it. So this is a surprise Grim Vulture mentioned. I see now. Let's keep moving, Proxy. Karen goes silent. Yes, as she chambers another round, you can sense her hands trembling slightly, while her grip grows even stronger.
You still remember what's inside the box, right? Your loyal teammate's cap, the one Styx always wore.
Recalibrating.
Curious as to how he died. He took his own life. Though it wasn't much different from being awesome by ethereals.
Increase firepower. Ether vision activate.
Ethereals had almost completely taken over his body. He was being corrupted, covered in physical crystals. His core was almost reborn.
Everything's under control. Suppressing fire.
He didn't want to become an ethereal, so he raised the cannon he was oh so proud of.
Another high-pressure ether tank. And a lot of ethereals have already been drawn to it.
No, no.
We did it, Proxy. Let's keep moving.
The second box emanates an ominous aura. The unsettling stench seems to warn you that the contents will, just like the previous box, will give you an absolutely wretched experience. Karen's breathing goes heavy. She stands still for several seconds, seemingly trying to control her emotional turmoil. Karen, don't push yourself. Finally, she opens the box. A pair of bloodstained tired military gloves lie twisted in the center of the box. Clear that whoever placed them there hadn't just tossed them in carelessly. They had been deliberately arranged with malicious intent. Karen picks up the gloves, once again feeling their contours an icy touch. Her lips turn pale. Just as I thought. These are from one of my squad mates too. Karen. Let's keep moving, Proxy. Following this route should lead us to Grim Vulture's hideout. I'm fine. Karen picks up her weapon again, but there's an unmistakable tremor of unease in her voice.
Acheron's favorite gloves. It wasn't easy getting my hands on them. As expected of such a famous, beautiful commander, even her gloves are stylish.
Acheron, huh? The only character's age you know is Julian, yeah.
Such a pity. In the end, both her hands were missing. Oh, don't you think that's a shame, little sniper?
Holy shit.
Such beautiful hands, yet they could no longer hold a sword. Ethereals gnawed off her arms, and part of her leg as well. even in death.
God damn.
It's just as I said. She died from multiple fatal wounds. Even the most beautiful flower will wither without protection, won't it? Now, do you think I'm telling the truth or a lie this time?
Adjusting for wind. How long do you intend to keep up this game of cat and mouse? So interesting. I'll be coming to your hideout soon. Wipe that smile off your face and wait. Wait and see what I'm going to do. Just finishing the jump.
Reaction! Hurry up, Daddy. I've got one final surprise location for you. How about some music? I'm sure you figured out the route to get to me. The surprise is at the end of the road.
Mike, I'll take point. Yeah. Target locked. Take a shot. I'll take over now. Removing threat.
Okay.
My time to show you.
There's still a third box. You grab Karen's hand, trying to stop her from opening it, but she lifts the box lid almost mechanically. The third box contains a blood-stained corner of clothing, a severely damaged piece of engineering equipment, also stained with blood. Karen picks them up, her trembling fingers feeling their shapes. She doesn't speak. Neither about the plans for pursuing Grim Vulture, nor about which of her companions these items belong to. Until a communicator in her hands rings again with Grim Vulture's voice.
Congratulations! You found the third box. Inside is... Who was it again? Oh, right. A piece of bloodied fabric from Cocytus's clothes and some damaged engineering gear stained with Leafy's blood. There weren't enough boxes, so I had to cram them together. They're just a medic and an engineer. Not exactly combat material, right? Surely you're not mad.
Who is this person? Karen's face turns deathly pale. She suddenly picks up the blade items from the box, her spirit visibly shaken by the weight of these ominous relics.
That's enough. Using her squad mates who are like family to mentally torture her. How much longer are you planning on doing this?
Oh dear. Did I go too far? My sincerest apologies. It's just, watching you plunge headfirst into my trap was so entertaining. I may have gotten a bit carried away, you know?
Oh my god.
Relax. The person you're looking for isn't here, and those are just fakes. I didn't actually take them from her comrades. Her comrades are long since corpses in the hollow, after all. How could I possibly have gotten hold of their clothes?
A surge of rage threatens to drown out all thought. Just as you are about to retort, a crisp gunshot rings out. Karen's shot is clean and decisive, but carrying an unmistakable intent to kill. From the response on the other end of the communicator, it seems she missed her target.
Ooh, a decisive strike to be sure. But as I've already said, your awareness, sight, and experience mean nothing in front of a more skilled sniper.
I didn't expect to kill you so easily. There was a subtle change in your ether fluctuations the moment I fired. That was all I needed. You knowing my past makes me feel sick. But after seeing that you're just a coward who feels fear from another's killing intent, it doesn't bother me as much anymore.
Coward, you say? How fascinating. You were little more than a hollow shell before. But now that you've bared your teeth, you've started looking somewhat respectable. I know your composure is nothing more than a facade. You've never truly faced the weight of your comrades' deaths, have you? I bet your mind is now filled with their dying screams.
both believe her squad is still alive. You can stop with the lies. Why are you so fixated on Charon? Just because she used to serve in the Defense Force? She has nothing to do with your target.
Nothing to do with it. Then why don't you go ask her about it? What surprises me more is you actually believe her teammates are still alive. Don't tell me she dragged you into all this danger without telling you anything.
Shut up.
Oh my god.
If she won't tell you, I will. Those so-called alive squad mates of hers went missing during the fall of the old capital. I'm sure you know exactly what that means. When the old capital fell, countless Defense Force soldiers were either killed by Ethereals or became them. The surviving soldiers, struggling to defend themselves, never had the opportunity to carry their comrades' bodies out of Hollow Zero. Obviously, her squad mates, the members of Liar Squad, were among the dead. But since their bodies were never found, she insists they're still alive, even going as far as to deceive her own proxy. It's laughable.
I didn't lie to the proxy. They're alive. I have proof. Someone like you could never understand.
I could never understand? You think it's hard to understand your childish thought process? If you really have solid proof, why not tell me? Come on, let's hear it!
My eyes. I lost nearly 90% of my vision during the fall of the old capital. But in return, I gained the ability to see what others can't. Every second of every day for years, I've seen my squad mates. Not as fleeting shadows, but vivid and lifelike. They've never disappeared. They're alive, waiting for me to find them. Why else would I have been given these eyes?
That's your proof? Did you hear that? Proxy hiding in the bamboo. She spent years chasing after people who couldn't possibly exist, all because of some ghostly visions. You'd rather believe those visions of your teammates are real-time projections than accept that they're dead. What if I told you the way I described their deaths before was the absolute truth? Will you finally face reality? Or will you keep fooling yourself, believing in ghosts? I guess you'll keep deceiving yourself.
Poor Charon.
Because that's how you survive.
I'm not lying to myself. I really
want to find your squad mates who have been missing for years and were officially declared dead? You couldn't protect them when the old capital fell, and now you're just making up stories to fool yourself. To give yourself some so-called reason to go on, to latch on to any stupid excuse. You're just a selfish, naive coward who did nothing and couldn't do anything when your comrades were dying.
God damn. Who is this person, bro? What the fuck? Aaron stands there speechless. Grim Vulture's relentless verbal assaults clearly struck home. The little color that briefly returned to her face drains away, leaving her visibly shaken, unable to muster a single word in rebuttal.
Giving up already? Giving up already? At least you've got a shred of dignity left. Nothing disgusts me more than a useless hypocrite. Enough of this. Time to die, coward.
Charon is not a coward. Someone who enters the Hollows despite the condition of their eyes is anything but a coward. At the very least, she's far braver than a criminal like you, who hides in the shadows, enjoys torturing others, and is constantly in fear of being caught.
Proxy,
Your proxy sure has a way with words. I won't waste any more of my breath. Just die already.
I've completed analysis of the surrounding fissures. Charon, snap out of it. We can use that fissure to escape.
Fissures? When did you... Still trying to play tricks.
No help counterattack. It practically dragged Charon, turning him to run towards the fissure that just escaped Grim Vulture's notice. As the bullet's about to strike, he managed to escape through the fissure. Ooh boy. You escape from the Hollow and return to the video store. Bring along Karen, who's lost all will to fight. She seems more traumatized than you imagine, repeatedly touching her eyes, silent and distant.
Charon? Do you want some hot cocoa? I'm sure you're exhausted after such a tough fight. You should get some rest.
Thanks, but I'm fine.
Don't listen to Grim Vulture. They'd say anything to get under your skin. Once we start doubting the truth, we've fallen into their trap.
No, Proxy. I think Grim Vulture has a point. Maybe it's all just in my head.
There's something I do want to...
The things Grim Vulture left. When I touched them, I was reminded of the day the old capital fell. I felt the same sensation when I touched an injured comrade. I tried to shake off that feeling, but the truth is, I can't stop thinking about the possibility that all my squad mates are dead.
Man.
Would you be willing to share more? What really happened on the day the old capital fell with you and the Liar Squad?
That day, in the first hour Hollow Zero started expanding, Defense Force HQ thought it was just a normal Hollow disaster, and thought they could suppress it with the standard amount of troops. Liar Squad was among the first troops sent there. Before we left, our superiors promised reinforcements would be on the way to support us in combat, so we didn't need to worry too much about facing the Ethereals. But soon after we began the mission, we realized things weren't going to go like we thought. The Ethereals came at us like an endless tide. The Hollow expanded beyond control, and more importantly, the reinforcements never came. The Defense Force troops outside the Hollow soon realized this was no ordinary disaster. Hollow Zero was devouring Eridu at horrifying speed. The reinforcement plan was called off, and the promised troops retreated. Honestly, even if they had come to help, it wouldn't have changed anything. I watched as members of the advanced force around me died one after another, or were corrupted into Ethereals. Our squad slowly lost the strength to maintain formation. I was a weak point in our formation. An ether shot fired by an Ethereal hit my eyes, corrupting them. Because of that and several other wounds, I shortly lost consciousness. I'm not sure how long I was out, but just before losing my vision, I briefly regained consciousness. The last thing my eyes saw was my squad mate standing in front of me, looking back. When I woke up again, I was already back at base. The higher-ups detonated the Shiryu pillars, and finally managed to bring Hollow Zero under control. I don't know who rescued me from the Hollow, but none of my squad mates had made it out.
Oh my God.
For some reason, the image of my squad mates being the last thing I saw has stayed in my mind. It must be some kind of sign. A sign that they're still alive. Don't you think? They must have continued fighting after I fell unconscious, eventually getting lost in some hollow and losing contact with the main force, left to wander between the various hollows of New Eridu. That must have been what happened, right? The Defense Force? Civilians? No one believes me. So I decided to find them myself. The reason behind these eyes. It's got to be to guide me to finding them still alive. Am I wrong, Proxy? Are these eyes pointless? I knew that's what you thought. Interpreting what my eyes see as proof my squad mates are still alive is just wishful thinking. But if they're really gone, why would I have been given these eyes, which bring nothing but pain? If they're truly no longer alive, how can I apologize to them in person? Tell them I'm sorry. Sorry for being so weak. Sorry that I failed to protect them. Their faces are all so blurry. I can't see their expressions. I can't even bear to look at them. If their final look at me was filled with resentment and disappointment, I wouldn't know how to handle it.
I want to give Trigger a hug so bad. Hold Karen's hand, wipe Karen's tears away. Oh. I want to do both. In a way, both Envy and Trigger are almost similar. Yeah, it seems that way, huh? It seems that way. But the thing is, Envy accepted what happened, you know? And moved on. That's the thing with Envy. It's just that the past came back to haunt her. And she had to, you know, clean the mess that Twiggy left behind. This is different. Karen's still desperately holding on to the past.
Charon, listen to me. Even if everyone else thinks you're wrong, Belle and I will always stand by your resolve to find your squad mates.
I need Twiggy to be
to make
playable.
any justifications.
I don't know about that, bro.
Because someone close to us is missing too. And we desperately hope she's still alive. Even if the whole world doesn't understand, we will never give up. But I also think, being consumed by this obsession, unable to move forward, that's not what those who matter to us would want.
That's right. Charon, you're a very kind person. Maybe that's why you feel responsible for protecting everyone, and regret when you can't do enough. But you don't have to carry it all on your own.
Yeah, you can trust us to have your back. We're certain that Grim Vulture hasn't killed the client yet. As long as we have a lead, there's still hope, and we'll be your support. Your will and determination shouldn't be dismissed. No matter how things turn out, we'll stand by your side, and we'll face it together.
Proxy, thank you. I feel better now. At the very least, I want to keep investigating. I'm not just going to stop here.
The tension easing, it's time to discuss the plan going forward. Just then the phone rings.
Sorry to disturb you at this hour. Did you go investigate that new hollow? How's it going? Oh, never mind. The client just shared a new location with me on Knock Knock.
They're pretty eager, huh? Which hollow is it this time?
No, it's not a hollow. If I'm reading this right, this location is Scott Outpost.
Scott Outpost? Isn't that managed by the Defense Force and White Star Institute? What's Grim Vulture up to?
It's Remembrance Day. Don't you recall what Aaron said before? They're holding an event right now, and the place will be open to the public.
So they're not trying to lure us into a hollow this time. What's the deal? Are they trying to taunt us?
Whether it's a provocation or a trap, I'm not missing any chance to face Grim Vulture. Proxy, will you go with me?
The official announced commencement of Remembrance Day had been scheduled for tomorrow morning, meaning ordinary citizens still cannot freely enter Scott Outpost today. Under arrangement, Karen spent the night at the store. Next morning. Wise, we'll be heading to the Outpost with Karen. Did you rest well last night? To be honest, I didn't sleep much. Me too, especially the thoughts of the past kept me up. Especially those related to Karen. I didn't manage to fall asleep until late. Anyway, Karen's already waiting for you in the parking lot. I wonder how she's feeling right now. Wise, please take good care of her when the time comes, okay? Leave it to me. Morning, Proxy. Did you sleep well last night? Yes, I did. Sorry, Proxy, for losing my composure in front of you yesterday. I think I've gotten my mood back in order now. Stare. Seems I can't hide it from you. Proxy, I'm sorry. I'm still not struggling to process the sadness and unease. I'm not sure where I should go from here. Let's find a way forward together. Yeah, you're right. Instead of continuing to suffer, it's better to reach out and grasp all the hope we can find around us. Maybe things will eventually change. Let's go, Proxy. Today we're attending Remembrance Day as ordinary citizens, so we can't carry any weapons. I suppose Grim Vulture wouldn't be foolish enough to make a move inside a military stronghold. Let's keep an eye out while we're there. I believe we should be able to find new clues. Travis got apples with Kara, and many citizens have come to Remembrance Day. It must be relatives of those who gave their lives during the fall of the old capital. For some reason, after coming here, Karen's been acting a bit strange. Proxy, can we explore this place later? What's wrong? What's wrong? No, it's nothing. Stare. Alright, I'll say it. Seems like there's some familiar faces here. Wouldn't it be nice to meet them? I don't think I can face them. If I'm not mistaken, they should be family members of my teammates. I don't know how I should face them. Try reaching out to them. I know, but I'll be there for you. Then it's a deal. Go and talk to them. Proxy, you don't have to say anything. Just stay by my side and give me the courage to speak. Are you Alan, Akron's brother? How do you know? Who are you? Wait, your eye cover. It's your Akron's sole surviving teammate. I remember you. We met once after the fall of the old capital. After that, I didn't hear anything about you again. I never expected to meet you here. This plushie. It's Akron's favorite plushie. She always kept it in the most prominent spot in her room. I brought it along here as if bringing my sister's shout out to participate in Remembrance Day. I'm sorry, Mr. Allen. Don't need to apologize. I still remember one time when my sister came home excitedly telling me that a shy new girl joined the squad. The girl didn't speak much, but she was beautiful in battle. I was the happiest I'd ever seen her. To her, you were a presence that inspired admiration and desire to not fall behind. A beautiful soldier who gave her the drive to keep moving forward. You don't have to apologize to me. If my sister were here, she would surely say the same thing. Please don't mind me too much. The Defense Force made a lot of preparation for the Remembrance Day event. Please, take your time here. Wait a moment. That eye cover. That blonde hair. Could you be my husband's... Styx's teammate? Styx. Are you Mrs. Sally? Styx's wife? Yes, my daughter and I came to attend Remembrance Day. The last time I saw you was right after the fall of the old capital. I never expected to see you again here today. Your daughter. Is this your daughter, Zeta? Mom, who is she? Zeta, this is your dad's comrade from the Defense Force. Every time he went to the battlefield, she would be there to protect him. To protect him? Comrade? If that's so, why didn't you protect my dad during the fall of the old capital? Why'd you let him die and make him unable to come back to me? Zeta! I'm sorry. I couldn't protect him. I'm sorry. Don't listen to what Zeta's saying. She doesn't understand. We've never blamed you. Please don't say that. Zeta, how can you can't say such hurtful things. Apologize right now. Why should I apologize? She survived, but Dad didn't. Isn't that the truth? If it weren't for her abandoning him, Dad could have come back home safely. Enough. You don't know what happened back then. Mrs. Sally, I don't think she's wrong. Please don't think that way. I'll make sure to bring her to apologize to you later. I need to explain to her what really happened. I'm really sorry. Please don't let us keep you. Go and explore Remembrance Day event for now. Please remember, all your comrades, including my husband, want to see the hope they left. Want you to see the hope they left behind. God, I'm getting choked up. It's hard to voice that. I'm feeling so choked up right now. My son, can you see me now? I'm doing well. My legs and feet are fine. I just miss you so much. Excuse me. Are you Sit's mother, Ethel? Oh, you are. I recognize you. I saw you once in the military camp after the fall of the old city. You're Cosita's teammate, one of the survivors. I've been wanting to get in touch with you over years to see how you've been, but I've never heard from you. I didn't expect to meet you here for Remembrance Day. I guess this is fate. Miss Ethel, is your health still... I'm in good health, fortunately. Everything's fine. Although I'm only the one left in the family. The pension from the government is enough, and I still have some years left in me. I'm sorry. Kostas, Child, you don't need to apologize. My son may appear carefree on the surface, but he's always felt so much pressure. One day he suddenly told me he found a companion who truly understood him. I believe he was talking about you. How could I possibly blame you? Someone who helped my son. It's such a blessing. You, a kind-hearted person, are alive and standing here today. I'm so glad. Miss Ethel, Child, don't worry about me. Since you're here for Remembrance Day, take your time to walk around and look around. Hope you find something meaningful. To your surprise, many relatives of deceased Lara Squad members are here for the Remembrance Day event. Is this really just a coincidence? As you ponder this question, the relatives have gathered in front of Charon.
Miss,
I'm really sorry. Zeta was really...
Miss, I'm sorry for being mean to you before. Mom told me you were protecting Dad until the very last moment before you passed out. I shouldn't have said you left him to die.
I'm really sorry. Zeta was really young when it happened, so she was too little to understand, and I haven't really talked about it. I hope she didn't upset you. Young when it happened, so she was too little to understand.
No, she was right. If only I'd been strong enough to take down most of the Ethereals. Maybe they wouldn't have ended up in that situation.
Oh, that's not fair. The old capital was falling. No single person's strength could ever be the deciding factor in the face of a disaster like that.
In spite of it all, you survived. If they were still here, I'm sure they'd see that as something to celebrate.
I've always known the truth. I failed to protect them. A weakling like me survived, and the rest of them disappeared without a trace. This isn't solace. It's the worst possible outcome. That's something I can't face. I've never had the courage to tell you I couldn't protect your loved ones. All I can do is wander New Eridu, hoping to find some trace of them. Even after all this time, I still haven't accomplished anything. I'm sorry.
You really don't know us at all. This isn't the worst possible outcome by any means. Styx, my husband, and all his comrades who lost their lives, each one of them left behind their own legacy. Just look all around you. Everyone standing before you is a legacy they protected that is carried on to this day. After my husband passed away, Zeta and I received survivor benefits. And with all the odd jobs I've been doing, we've managed to get to where we are today. Styx always wanted our daughter to study art, and Zeta's interested in it too. Now, that dream has become a reality. She just got accepted into the art school in Janus Quarter.
Mom and I have our tough days, but I often think of Dad's cheerful laughter, and that memory gives me the strength to keep pushing through. One day, it'll all pay off, just like it has now.
Thank you for always being by my husband's side, even at the very end.
Well, I suppose you must have heard about my condition from my son?
Ethel, Cocytus used to tell me about you.
Oh,
He often
Cocytus.
took leave or skipped work to earn extra money by part-timing, or to care for you when you were sick in bed.
Yes, that's true, but I bet he never told you my illness became so bad that I needed major surgery, and he worked his tail off to raise the money. Who would have thought he would pass before me? I used the benefits from his death for the surgery, and that's the only reason I'm here today. In a way, his passing allowed my life to continue. Every time I think about it, I feel like I need to keep my body healthy and live a few more years. The sights I see, I believe he can sense them from somewhere far away. When I was too weak to take care of him, it was you and your comrades who stayed by his side. Thank you for everything that you've done for him.
As for me, well, I'm currently working as a fashion designer.
A fashion designer? Is that because of Acheron?
It is. I'm sure you remember how much she loved beautiful things. She was always into fashion, so I decided to become part of that world. That way, she can always be with me.
Aww.
I admit I had no idea how fun fashion design could be until I actually gave it a shot. I wish I'd figured that out sooner. We would have had so much more to talk about. Anyway, I'm planning to start my own fashion brand next year. She used to say that after retiring from the army, she wanted to pursue fashion design. I really want to carry on her dream. It feels like my life's purpose. You know, she used to talk about you when she came home for the holidays. How your rivalry pushed her to keep improving. So, thank you. I'm proud of my sister. And I'm proud of you, too.
As you can see, all of us have made it to this day, carrying the will of those we loved. So please don't say they left nothing behind. They've always been a part of every pain and joy we've experienced over the years. Please remember, everything and everyone in New Eridu is only here today because you all risked your lives in battle.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. It's been wonderful to hear about how you're all doing and to listen to these words. I'm so glad I decided to come here on Remembrance Day.
Speaking of which, I wasn't expecting to see any of you. What brings you here today?
I could ask you the same thing, Ethel. Last time I asked, you said you weren't coming. I only came because I suddenly got a DM from Nathan. He said he really wanted me to be here.
Oh no. Oh god. Also wait.
I'm here because of Nathan's message, too. He was pretty insistent, so I thought he'd be here. But I've been looking around for a while now. I still haven't seen him.
So it's the same for all of us. I responded to his message, but he never wrote back. Isn't that strange?
Sorry, but who's this Nathan you're talking about?
Nathan is Lethe's younger brother. Frankly, out of all of us, he's probably the one who wants to see you the most. He used to be part of the Defense Force himself, and...
The day the old capital fell, his squad was responsible for supporting the forces that had already entered the Hollow, which included all of you. He's told us that story so many times. When they saw how bad things were in that Hollow, some of the reinforcements called off their plans and pulled back. He tried to stop them, but there was nothing he could do.
He always blamed himself and wanted to find you to apologize. But the truth is, the reinforcements retreating was inevitable. Shortly after their retreat, headquarters issued the official order. We all lost someone in that disaster. And for a while, we resented the reinforcements for their decision. But over time, we came to understand it, and we eventually let it go. There was no avoiding casualties in that battle. In hindsight, it wasn't wrong for headquarters to prioritize saving their strength.
May I ask what the name of Nathan's squad was when he was in the Defense Force?
The Impera squad of the Obsidian Division. Is something wrong?
Nothing. It's just... I think I might have stumbled upon the answer I was looking for.
After 4 family members paid their respects and left, they continued touring on Remembrance Day. Karen stood there in a daze, seemingly having understood something. That moment, a sound came from the open space from the outpost. It seemed someone had stepped onto the podium, and the citizens all gathered in the podium, preparing to listen to the person's speech. According to the schedule for Remembrance Day, it should be time for a representative of the retired Defense Force veteran to give a speech. Looks like the speech is about to begin. I feel a bit concerned. Proxy, could we go over and listen to the speech for a moment?
Is that Zoe on the podium?
Is she here to speak?
Is she here to speak on behalf of the soldiers? A decorated veteran. That seems fitting. But I don't see Jesse or Aaron around. Didn't they come?
Everyone please, quiet down. Zoe, of Nemesis Squad, a representative of the veterans, will now deliver the Remembrance Day speech.
Hello, everyone. I'm honored to stand here and speak on behalf of all of the soldiers of the Defense Force. Today, we gather to commemorate Remembrance Day, a day born from the tragedy of the old Capitol's fall. Many of us lost relatives or friends in the disaster, and I am no exception. Every member of my squad perished in that battle,
She's the one.
leaving me as the only survivor. Losing the friends you cherish to the Hollow is a pain that never fades. It's a sorrow that will stay with us, now and forever. However, to the families of the fallen soldiers, hold your heads high with pride for your loved ones who gave their lives. They fought to the very last moment when the old Capitol fell. Death isn't the end, nor dishonor. It is their eternal medal. They gave their lives facing an unstoppable disaster, exchanging their sacrifice for the world we have today. In doing so, they fulfilled their duties as soldiers to perfection. Without the blood they spilled, Eridu would not have endured, and New Eridu would never have risen from the ashes. In honor of the wishes of the departed, look ahead, people of New Eridu. Our thoughts and remembrance of those who passed will be carried in every flicker of candlelight and in every bouquet of flowers.
Zoe's speech is met with a wave of prolonged applause, yet amidst the clap, she drops her head, her expression darkening. She stays silent, waiting for the applause to fade before lifting her gaze and scanning the crowd. Her eyes pause briefly on Charon, carrying a chilling aura.
My speech was meant to end here, but since you all seem quite engaged,
oh God,
please allow me to share a little more. The reason you all agree with what I've said is because it offers a way to step away from the pain. That's what the living do. They seek ways to ease the weight of others' deaths, so they can find a way to start over. This is the New Eridu of today. A huge disaster consumed the old Capitol, and the people who survived it keep saying things like, treasure the moment and start fresh to numb themselves, hoping to forget the nightmare. No one talks about the soldiers who gave their lives in Hollow Zero. No one asks why they had to die. The brave gave their lives battling the ethereal onslaught, while the weak survived. This is a New Eridu, built by weaklings. Its order founded upon their way of thinking. Your applause makes me realize you all accept this logic. Each of you had loved ones who sacrificed their lives in the fall of the old Capitol. And now, you're thankful that someone has encouraged you to move on from them. What meaning does the sacrifice of those who died have if you all choose to forget? Have you never thought about why your own loved ones had to die? And why no one is responsible for their deaths?
Miss Zoe, there's not much time left for you.
Open your eyes! I'm speaking to those who have lost loved ones! If death is the medal for the fallen, then pain is the cross the living must bear. If you fear its weight and run from the suffering, the soldiers will never find peace in their eternal rest. To tear the wound open once again, so you'll never forget the searing pain! That's the real meaning of Remembrance Day!
I don't agree.
Charon, I didn't expect you to be here for Remembrance Day. How are things going with your search? Seems like you have something to say.
Among the people standing here, there's a woman who raised her daughter with the survivor benefits left by her husband. Another who's been able to carry on with her life thanks to the final efforts of her child. And yet another who's found purpose because of the influence of his late sister. The will of the deceased lives on in every person here. The soldiers who died during the fall of the old capital fought for this. The future that their loved ones are making for themselves now. The old me might have agreed with what you said, but someone taught me that pain and hardship can lead to hope. They helped me see that hope could be inherited, not just destroyed when life fades. That's why I believe the departed didn't leave us wounded or with a heavy cross to bear, but with a melody. Each of us holds a harmonica that plays the melody of life. At first, it may sound awkward, but it will eventually flow smoothly, taking on our own style, until it merges with our soul.
You seem quite certain about what you're saying. Tell me then, what kind of melody is left behind by those we've lost?
I'm not sure. I can't picture the exact melody, but I trust the answer I've chosen. And I trust everything I've seen and heard.
A vague and insubstantial answer, isn't it? I was right about you, Charon. From the moment we met, I knew we'd never really understand each other.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
Everyone, I apologize for taking up your time. My speech ends here. Please feel free to continue with your visit.
Zoe exits the venue without sparing a single glance back, leaving the audience and the defense force in a state of confusion. Karen looks thoughtfully in the direction she disappeared.
What do you think, Proxy?
Bro, I couldn't talk. That was that felt like such a intense moment.
Her demeanor and what she said earlier. Something was clearly off. I have a bad feeling.
You mean about her real identity, right? Looks like we're on the same page. Shielded by her identity as a decorated soldier, she seemed pretty confident that we wouldn't confront her directly on military ground like at the outpost. She arrived so brazenly and left without a care. If I'm right about this, she'll be trying to contact us again in no time.
Just as she finished her sentence, the phone rings again. Shepard appears on the screen as you answer the video call. He seems panicked and anxious to speak, but the moment he sees that you're in Sky Outpost, he swallows back the words and clears his throat instead.
Looks like you're a little busy, so I'll keep it short. The client just sent me a location via Knock Knock, along with a picture of several unconscious, tied-up individuals. I'll send you the location shortly. It should be an entrance to the Hollow in Port Elpis. At this stage, I don't have any further requests. My only hope is that you'll proceed with caution.
A location with a picture of the hostages. Looks like Grim Vulture is losing patience and wants to put an end to all this.
Charon, what's your plan? No matter what you decide, I'll stay by your side till the end.
Karen doesn't answer right away. Instead, she takes out her harmonica, looks down at it as if she's trying to decide. In the end, she tucks her harmonica away.
I've made up my mind. Proxy, please accept my official commission. Help me venture into the depths of the Hollow to rescue the client and any other hostages. It's time to put an end to this. It's up to me to stop Grim Vulture. Stop her from crushing everything in front of her with that heavy cross.
Leave Remembrance Day event with Karen returned to video store. She cleans her firearm multiple times and keeps adjusting her breathing. The showdown's about to begin. Proxy, thank you for accompanying me this far. The upcoming battle, Grim Vulture likely has already set up a stage filled with traps. We may need to brace ourselves for a tough fight. Do you have a strategy in mind, Charon? To be honest, there isn't a fully viable strategy. The opponent is a sniper and can keenly anticipate the timing and trajectory of each of my shots, dodging in advance. Entering the battlefield pre-prepared by such a formidable foe alone, it's foreseeable that she will continuously occupy elevated sniper positions, relentlessly targeting us, while we will have very few opportunities to land a hit on her. Wouldn't that mean we'd be easy prey? Theoretically speaking, that's right. In a sniper duel, the one who fails to secure the best vantage point or exposes their position is always the loser. But I believe there's still a chance. In our previous fight, I could sense the pride and impatience of Grim Vulture as a sniper. I'm not sure where that patience comes from, but that pride is definitely something we can turn against her. I believe she would never accept the idea of me surpassing her in sniping skills. If I can outmatch her at a critical moment, she will lose her composure. That'll be the only instant she exposes a weakness. Proxy is the strategy I've chosen. Grim Vulture may indeed be the superior sniper. I will surpass her and make this strategy succeed. Win this battle despite overwhelming disadvantage. Please entrust your back to me, Proxy. I need you as my companion to support me. Entrust your back to me as well. Yes, I will. I will protect you. So please provide me with your guidance. Let's do this. Once more into the breach, my friends.
I am the Eye of Obel.
Asset, it's my duty to protect the asset.
Charon, look. Another communicator.
Engaging head on. Another communicator. It's a bad habit for a sniper to be so talkative.
Oh, really? I think it's rather good for my mental health to witness in real time how my target becomes desperate and gives up their struggle.
Do you really still need to disguise your voice? I thought you didn't want to hide anymore, Zoe.
You're right. Seems there's no need for secrecy anymore. I, Zoe, the sniper known as Grim Vulture of Nemesis Squad, send you my regards.
Zoe. No. Grim Vulture. You, like me, were one of the advanced troops deployed to suppress Hollow Zero right after the fall of the old capital, right? Noct, Kartess, and Impera Squad. So far, all the victims have been members of these squads. They were initially supposed to enter the Hollow to reinforce the advanced troops. Nemesis, your squad, lacking reinforcements, lost everyone except you in the fall of the old capital. You blamed their deaths on the absence of reinforcements and sought revenge on them. That's my conclusion. Just like me. The fall of the old capital left you entirely alone.
A sniper, the sole survivor, a mere pawn abandoned by the military. Don't you think we're very much alike? The Impera squad member, Nathan, the one you're searching for, he pleaded with me to let him go when I was about to kill him, saying he had to see you no matter what. That's how you caught my attention. I let him live to get all sorts of information on you. I was so curious about you that I even set a trap, disguising myself as a victim to get closer to you.
God damn.
It turned out we share the same story. We even got the same PTSD symptoms. After all these years, we still see images of our teammates before they die. It's impossible to erase them from our minds. It's just, you use ridiculous fantasies to numb yourself, chasing after illusions of your squad mates. While I can't afford to be as naive as you. One night, when I was overwhelmed with the unbearable images of my comrades' deaths, vomiting and crying, I finally realized the meaning behind their appearance before me. They were pleading with me, pleading for vengeance against those who abandoned us, begging me to destroy the repulsive, hypocritical new order of New Eridu. So, I carried on their will. I began kidnapping targets and sniping them in the hollow.
She's gone too far, bro. She's gone too far.
Died in despair.
Do you really think this is what they'd want?
What else? Would they want me to be like you, playing
at a game of finding my missing squad mates, accepting their deaths when I'm done playing, and then forgiving the very enemy who killed them? What a noble and virtuous gesture. Forgive on behalf of fallen comrades, coexist with new Eridu's order, and live peacefully among cowards. It's precisely because you and I are so similar that this hypocritical and cruel attitude makes it even harder for me to forgive you. After our first conversation, I was certain I must end your life myself to prove I'm right.
That's exactly what I wanted to say to you, too. Because we've suffered the same hardships, I can't accept the path of destruction you've chosen. Jesse, Aaron, Nathan, the client I've been searching for, and any other targets of revenge you've set your sights on. They all feel regret and struggle over the choices they made back then. But you can't see any of that. You didn't target the higher-ups who misjudged the situation, the dangerous ethereals who killed your comrades, or the ones responsible for the fall of the old capital. Instead, you went after the easiest targets. Grim Vulture, as a sniper of the Eridu Defense Force, you have failed in your duty. To preserve the will and hope left by my comrades, I'm going to put an end to your actions right here!
That suits me just fine. A sniper should let the gun do the talking. Make it to the deepest part of the Hollow alive, and I'll meet you with nothing but raw malice.
Of course it's raining too, yeah.
And you made it here. Let me reward you with a few things you don't know.
Yeah.
Noct, Cartus, Impura, and many other squads. Did you know the reinforcements that were meant to back us up ended up deciding to retreat?
I'll take over now.
Relying on a show of hands to vote. Isn't that ridiculous? Our lives were departed in such an absurd way, like a kindergarten election for class monitor.
Suppressing fire!
So, when I killed them, I employed the same method.
Take the shot.
I made the dozen or so people I captured vote on who I should kill first. You wouldn't believe how funny it was.
Jesse and Aaron, do you have them too? Or are they already?
You still care about them? Or should I say... It looks like I haven't made enough of a threat to your life if you still have the time to worry about them.
Everything's under control.
The wind and rain are picking up.
This extreme weather is perfect for sending you to your grave, don't you think? No one will hear your screams and cries as you die.
Ether vision activate.
By the time the rain stops, the only thing left
Oh my god. Fucking anxiety whenever that.
Do you remember the weather on the day the old capital fell? It wasn't heavy rain like now, but the sky was just dark.
Just it.
You made it. This part of the Hollow one done. Ah! Such determination deserves praise! Now, time for the final showdown to bring us.
This bullet.
But really, foolish. They put it. What sniper would ever confront their enemy head on?
job.
I made this picture as a corrupt, high-ranking officer. It wasn't easy luring it here.
The real failure as a sniper is the one who's been forced into a corner, like you!
The wind. It's shifting.
I won't fall for your distractions so easily.
I will surpass you with my own melody of victory.
Damn!
And let the wind be the opening notes.
Oh my god.
Charon! No! Wake up! Charon! That's...
Oh, the harmonica. Oh my god. After the gunshot, the hollow falls silent once more, leaving only the countless biting raindrops attempting over and over to wash away the scent of the blood that oozed from the wounds of the defeated, only to fail time and time again. The loser pays no attention to her mortal wound, only staring at the distant horizon, though salvation might be waiting there. Sometime later, the victor has climbed the steel and stands in front of her. They share their last words while still defeated still has the energy to converse.
Just you? Where's your friend, the proxy?
The proxy went to rescue the hostages. I want to speak with you alone. A sniper should always monitor the changes to their surroundings, factoring the environment into their tactics. Being blinded by the intent to kill and failing to take this into account was your downfall.
Didn't expect to be lectured by a youngster. What a disgrace. When my view was blocked, I realized you'd used the visual blind spot to reposition. So I adjusted my aim accordingly. But I still couldn't hit you.
Your prediction and accuracy were spot on. I was just saved once again by this. By both this harmonica and by my former comrades.
Are you trying to say that this is destiny? That it's the will of my companions guarding me? I lost to the wave of ethereals, to the military's betrayal. And now I lose to your reckless actions, driven by some ridiculous fantasy. Your fantasy, your attitude, your very existence, and the outcome of this battle. They are the greatest denial and insult to my revenge.
Yet you're emitting a much calmer ether energy now. Almost as if you found relief.
My vision is fading. I can't see my comrades on the brink of death anymore. My wounds are fatal, but I don't feel any pain. Relief. It's not such a bad thing.
Did you intend for me to kill you from the start?
Let me answer that question with a story. The first time I saw you was actually during the fall of the old capital. My comrades were all dead, and the reinforcements the higher-ups promised before the mission never came. I can't even remember how long the fight went on. Ultimately, I had no choice but to retreat, failing to bring back my squad mates' bodies. I made my way through one battle line after another. The advanced troops were nearly wiped out. But when I reached a certain front, a small squad of survivors called out to me. Few people can still stand after such severe corruption and injury, but all 5 of them were still fighting. They were protecting a girl who had lost her sight and fallen unconscious while searching for a way out of the hollow. They told me they were beyond saving. And if I planned to retreat, I must take the girl with me. I couldn't turn down the last request of a group of heroic soldiers about to die in battle. Your comrades entrusted your life to me. I was the one who brought you out of the hollow. You already know what happened afterward. It didn't take long for you to leave the Defense Force after you came to. Just like me, I developed PTSD so intense that sometimes I couldn't even hold a normal conversation. But for me, the hardest blow was the death of my squad. To an orphan like me, they were family. If the reinforcements had kept their word and provided support, they wouldn't have died for nothing. Don't you ever have that thought?
To say I don't would be a lie. But I think deep down you know. From the moment we stepped into the Hollow, there was no way we were getting saved. Given how quickly the Hollow was spreading, and the ever-increasing number of Ethereals, it would take the sacrifice of countless Defense Force troops to suppress it. It wasn't something that could have been accomplished in such a short time. The reinforcements would have only been a drop in the bucket. More sacrifices without results. Canceling the reinforcements. Sending the advanced troops to rescue as many civilians as possible to minimize casualties. I think most commanders would have made the same decision.
Objective and cold logic. I understand it, of course. But when you see members of the reinforcements living happy lives years later, can you still keep your composure? I couldn't. Even if the chance was minuscule, I wanted my squad mates to survive. But they turned that chance to zero, and still have the nerve to embrace a peaceful future. I can't help but resent them. By the time I realized what I'd done, I had already taken several lives. Nathan. When I tied him up and was about to kill him, he begged me to spare him, saying he had something to give you, no matter what. That was when you re-entered my line of sight. I think I've said this before. We're very similar, yet we have completely opposite beliefs. After meeting you, I became even more certain. In the face of suffering, I chose destruction, while you were destined to choose to protect. But you're still entangled in your obsession with your squad mates. If this continues, you'll eventually sink into a void of despair. Your hope is like a bubble, ready to burst at any moment.
Damn.
The version of you I want to kill is the complete one, who can firmly reject my answer. If you haven't found your answer yet, then I'll be the one to push you forward. I kill you, or you end me. Either way works. But after seeing your growth, maybe I'd prefer you to step over my body. That's the final answer.
Why?
Emptiness and doubt. No matter how many targets of my revenge I took down, nothing changed. Aiming my gun at former comrades, drowning in hate and rage, all it left was a hollow emptiness. But you're different. You've gained unconditional trust from the proxy. You have the courage to fight through my trap. And eventually, you'll have a melody that's uniquely yours. My belief has faltered. I finally remember. My squad mates were fools, just like you. You're right. They would never want me to become this way. I talk about carrying their cross. But in truth, I never carried their will. So be it. Take the hostage and go. A villain stained with the blood of others deserves nothing but a miserable end. I'm looking forward to how long you'll be able to protect those in front of your eyes.
Karen doesn't leave. Instead, she kneels beside Grim Vulture, picks up the bullet-marked harmonica, begins playing a melody titled Homecoming. The melody briefly takes over the roaring downpour, reaching the ears of Grim Vulture as she lies bleeding out, barely clinging to life. A faint glimmer appears in her empty eyes, in her final moment.
It can still be played after taking a bullet. Impressive.
This is my final melody to you. No matter how miserable you've become, I'll still remember you. Remember we once shared the same path in life. But in the end, our paths diverged. Your hatred has long twisted into sin. But if not for you, I wouldn't have learned how to hate, or found the true targets of my hatred. I used to know nothing. My teammates served as my teachers and taught me so much. And I think you must be my final teacher. You taught me, in the most intense way, what hatred truly means.
Really? So you found someone you want revenge against, too. That's good.
The melody of Homecoming plays on as the girl endures the agony of her ocular rejection, struggling to make the harmonica's notes rise above the sound of the rain. As the last note fades amidst the relentless downpour, the defeated one takes her final breath. Man. 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 You rescue the kidnapped people and leave the Hollow anonymously reporting things to public security and update Shepard on the situation. The series of tasks need to be done after such an intense battle leaves you dizzy. After requesting to meet the client with Shepard, receive his message calling you to Port Elpis. Proxy, we've arrived at the port. According to Shepard, he, the client, and the rescued Jesse and Aaron should all be there. Let's go talk to them. Karen, why do you seem... Proxy, you noticed, even though we defeated Grim Vulture, I still can't seem to let go. Just as I thought, when the wind changed and the falling banner blocked her vision, she could have retreated, waited for her sight to clear, and then resumed sniping. If she had done that, I would have had no chance of winning. Her pride wouldn't allow her to take an action that implicitly admitted her tactics were inferior. She still chose to engage in a shootout with me despite the blind spot. Doesn't this just prove your strategy was successful? After realizing what she actually wanted to die, I started to wonder. Was my course of action something she deliberately led me into? I would find a way to break her trap and create an opportunity for reversal. And she was waiting for that moment, ready to test whether I had truly surpassed her through a direct confrontation. I believe that was her intention. Her feelings must have been very complicated. Proxy, you told me that Grim Vulture once appeared here at the port, standing by the trash can on the wooden pier gazing out at the sea. What was she thinking back then, I wonder? Sorry, I was just talking to myself. Let's go meet the client together. He's still alive and has become another of Grim Vulture's victims. I suppose that's the best news we could have. Although I already understand that client's true identity is not my teammate, I may not bring the hope I've longed for. I still want to face him. Right, let's go. Oh, it's you. Thank you for saving me. Thank you for finding a soldier who could take down Zoe. Are you okay? My ribs are fractured. I'm here today barely holding on, just to thank you in person. It's too foolish. I never even considered the possibility that Zoe was the perpetrator. On the way home from the Ballet Twins, we talked together. She easily knocked me unconscious again from behind and brought me to the Hollow again. If I'd known earlier that she was the perpetrator, I would have killed her right then and there. That friend of yours. Zoe tied me in a room in Port Elpis Hollow, told me her reason for killing. About to shoot me, but all I could think about was she had kidnapped my friend. I kept questioning her. Back then, outside the hollow, my friend and I were both part of the reinforcement troops. I indeed felt the situation was dire and voted to retreat with my friend. She voted to go in. Why'd you go after her? If you wanted revenge, you should have just killed me. Where's she now? I didn't even care about the gun pointed at my throat. Just repeating these few sentences over and over. Until she admitted that she had killed my friend. I will never forgive her. Even if choosing to retreat was my mistake. Even if she carried the pain of losing her companions. I had only one thought. To take her down with me. But you survived. But you survived. Yes, I couldn't break free from the ropes and couldn't threaten her. I could do was insult her over and over, begging her to kill me, but she didn't. She pinned me to the ground, beat me half to death, but stopped just before pulling the trigger. I glared at her with hatred, only to find her returning the gaze with even greater hatred, her face streaked with tears. Why would scum like you even care about their companions? She kicked me twice with all her strength, then left me with those words. Huh. How many innocent lives has she taken so far? How many families have been torn apart because of her? And she still dares to call me scum. Now she's dead. There's no point saying anything more. My friend will never come back, and I will never forget the fall of the old capital. Nor the series of nightmares that have followed recently. If I meet her again in hell after I die, I'll settle the score with her. Till that time comes, I'll make sure to survive. Anyway, thank you. Damn. That was... Shepard and Jesse seem to exchanging tips working the internet intelligence trade. When he notices you want to talk to Jesse, Shepard cuts the conversation short and moves his spot a bit further away. Oh, we meet again. How should I put it? You saved my life again. I really don't know how to thank you enough. Are you okay? Physically, I wasn't hurt much, but my mood is complicated. Being kidnapped by the same person twice, maybe my intellect isn't really suited for being an information broker. I'm already considering a career change. Get back now, someone who truly wanted to kill me then and there wouldn't have deliberately knocked me out again and left me to be rescued by you. Hello there, how are you? I'm suffering emotional damage, Plutarch, that's how I am. At the time, I was just relieved to have survived and never even suspected Zoe. When she suddenly showed up at my door claiming to have important information, I was completely unprepared. That's how I ended up being tied in the hall for a second time. What happened next? She no longer hid and played the hunting game with me, but instead stood directly in front of me, pointing her gun at me, and revealed the true reason why she wanted to kill me. The events of the fall of the old capital are something I really don't want to remember. I know I'm a coward. At the most critical moment, I chose to retreat along with the rest of the troops. If you had seen our rapidly expanding Hollow Zero in person, you would have been terrified too. The moment you stepped inside, death was certain. Every soldier present knew that. So the usual? Pretty much. Pretty much, yeah. The actions during the fall of the old capital are a stain on my career in the Defense Force. When I learned Zoe's true identity, I thought that being killed by her would be nothing less than what I deserved. But she didn't kill you. Yeah, no matter how resigned I was. When I was about to be killed, I was still terrified. So I desperately begged her for mercy. But she didn't pull the trigger. I mustered the courage to meet her gaze only to find her eyes empty, looking at me as if I were an insect. She raised her gun, emptied the bullets into the ceiling, and walked away. It's meaningless. Those were the last words you said to me. Tell me, back then, outside Hollow Zero, when we judged our current forces couldn't stop the disaster and chose to retreat, did we really make the wrong choice? I don't know. What's the point of asking you anyway? What answer was I hoping to hear from you? Anyway, thank you. At the very least, because of this incident, I'm afraid I will never forget the nightmare of the old capital's fall, nor the moment Zoe looked at me with those hollow eyes. Dathan. I remember the two of you. Are you angry? How can I not be angry? I clearly told you if someone dies, you must inform me immediately and I would bring in an experienced Hollow Raider to handle the situation. Yet you hid from me and went on with the adventure. Two inexperienced proxies with one combatant to help. You still challenge a bloodthirsty former soldier who killed so many? If I'd known what you were planning to do, I would have never shared the location details with you. You came here seeking a win-win, not to see rookies charge off into danger and get themselves killed. Sorry. Sorry? Sorry for what? Being able to defeat such a cunning killer? Possessing that unique technique of controlling bamboo? You show me incredible strength and exclusive tech like this, Phaethon. How could I ever regard any other proxies the same way after witnessing what you can do? Now on, I, Shepard, will handle your commissions. I'm betting on you. And I can already foresee the day you'll reign supreme on the internet. Your career is finally on the rise. Should be me thanking you. No matter how famous information brokers get, their influence is limited. If one day Phaethon becomes a legendary proxy, Shepard will become renowned on the internet. But don't do anything risky again. I don't want something to happen to the treasure I bet on. Alright, Shepard.
So you're the sniper from Liar Squad. It's nice to finally meet you.
And you must be the one who's been searching for me. Nathan, the younger brother of Lethe. It's good to see you safe and sound.
He's the younger brother?
That's right. I'm sorry for causing all this trouble. I nearly cost you your life, becoming a target of a victim from the fall of the old capital. Maybe that's what I get not helping my brother and the rest of the defense force back then. When the reinforcements decided to retreat, I spoke out against it. I had family among the soldiers already in the Hollow, but I didn't have the courage to take that step. The one that might have cost me my life. I'm sorry.
You don't need to feel regret or apologize. The outcome wasn't something you could have controlled. You cared deeply for Lethe, and even today you still think of him. To someone like him, who always cherished family, that's more than enough.
Thank you. I heard you've been searching for the members of Liar Squad all these years. I'm nothing compared to your determination. Thank you for everything you've done, but please stop the search. It's time for you to start living a life that's truly your own. I hate to say this as a family member, but back then, they were already...
I know. You don't need to say it. I've been drowning in a fantasy of my own making for years, but it's a fantasy that kept me from falling into the abyss. Nathan, Grimvulture told me you have something you want to give me. Is that why you commissioned someone to find me?
Yes. After learning about the bond between you and your squad, I knew I couldn't live with myself if I didn't get this to you. So I got on my knees and begged Grimvulture, even playing this recording for her, hoping it would move her. Regardless of how things unfolded, what matters is that it wasn't destroyed, and I'm here, alive, to hand it to you.
Nathan rummages through his jacket and pocket and takes out slightly worn tape. Tape from Liar Squad, discovered by Nathan Lete's younger brother. This long sealed recordings are a series of events that would follow. Years have passed, and while the tape surface shows some wear, the audio within remains pristine. It's clear as crystal, as if it was just recorded yesterday.
Okay. I found this while going through my brother's belongings. It's been tucked away for years. There's a recording on it, and I think it's a gift Liar Squad made for you, but never had the chance to give you.
Thank you so much. Do you mind if I listen to it now with the proxies?
With me and Belle? We're honored. I thought we were just here to collect the commission fee today.
Go ahead. As for the commission fee, I'll pay it to you both shortly, so don't worry about that.
Nathan takes a step back. Karen looks at you, her lips seeming to tremble slightly. You gently hold her hand, feeling the warmth and strength in her palm. She presses the play button.
Hey, hello? Alright, it's a recording. This is a message from Liar Squad for our little sniper. Everyone ready? I'll count down. 3, 2, 1. Congratulations on your 1000th day with Liar Squad!
Hey, you guys are totally out of sync. Captain, can we redo this? The anniversary gift has to be perfect.
That's our assault specialist, Acheron. She has a strong sense of aesthetics, prioritizing beauty in both combat and her daily life. She taught me a lot about makeup and fashion.
Oh, she won't care if we're a little off. Forget the re-record. Let's just get it done and order the cake. We don't want him to sell out.
That's our medic, Kakaitis. He's usually lazy and a bit of a smooth talker, but he's actually very capable and kind. He taught me a lot about unconventional negotiation tactics and ways of handling things.
You two, stop arguing during the recording. I've already ordered the cake. If you keep rambling, we really will have to re-record this. Cut the chatter already.
And that Styx, a reliable artillery specialist. He's the oldest in the squad. He loves sharing photos of his daughter and reminiscing about how he wooed his wife. The way he won her over inspired me a lot.
All right, let's all calm down. Wouldn't want to get on the captain's bad side. Captain, would you like to go first? We can edit or re-record whatever we need to.
That's our scout and engineer, Lethe. He's a bit self-conscious because of how his younger brother excels, and he's somewhat introverted. But he's actually very capable. He taught me sharp observation skills, calm execution under pressure, and how to make use of the environment.
Over 2 years with the squad, I guess surviving that long's a heck of an achievement. Pretty much 3 years, right?
Okay, thank you all for settling down before I completely
Okay,
lost
maybe
my
2.5.
cool. It's fine. No need to cut anything or re-record. Let's just keep it as it is. Loud and messy, just like our liar squad.
That's our captain, who took me in and taught me how to play the harmonica. And the real Charon. I'll make sure to explain properly to you later, Proxy.
As you've heard, this recording is a little gift from the 5 of us. How time flies. When I brought you into the squad about 2.5 years ago, you were just a shy kid who blushed whenever you talked to someone. Over these 1,000 days, you've really worked hard to keep pace with our fighting rhythm. You've done incredibly well. In the last mission, your successful sniper kill of that high-risk ethereal really helped Acheron a lot. I hate to say it, but yeah, I went too far in last time. Thanks for getting me out of that mess. Just this once, I'll admit, your moves were more elegant in that fight.
Not just that fight. Ever since you became a quicker shot and learned to adjust for wind speeds on the fly, we've been taking fewer and fewer hits. Makes my job way easier. So, cheers.
You often worry about not doing enough. But in these 2.5 years, you've absorbed everything I know about stealth, reconnaissance, and tactical countermeasures. Trust me, you'll become an incredibly skilled sniper.
Having you covering us from the rear makes every fight feel safer. But you still have a lot to learn about socializing and romance. When peace finally comes to Eridu, leave us and live your own life.
Where did that come from? She's not leaving us. Even if she retires, she'll move into my house and I'll spoil her with loads of beautiful clothes. We can talk about living alone in 10 or 20 years. Sorry, I got carried away. Anyway, you're talented and hardworking. Over these 1,000 days, you've opened your heart to us and even encouraged us in return. Having you as a comrade is a blessing for all 5 of us. But I have to say one thing. You're always so sensitive and kind. Every time you see us get hurt, you look like you're about to break. Has our squad motto, having each other's backs, become too much of a burden for you? I get how you feel. When your squad mates trust you with their backs, your first instinct is to protect them, right? But that's not the way it should be. No one can shoulder everything alone. Don't try to carry everything on your own. Choosing to fight on the battlefield is my resolve. Feel it. Share yours with me. And when it's your turn to watch my back, I'll give my all to honor it too.
As long as you fight with all your strength, there's no such thing as failing to protect something. Because your will and our will is preserved and carried on in other ways.
But don't let that weigh on you. Try to trust in us, just like we trust in you, no matter what.
I've struggled with that kind of thinking myself, but I eventually made my way through it. All this talk of camaraderie, of keeping each other safe, it's like a harmonica melody scoring our time together. Even when things change, our tune will go on, and that's enough.
Exactly. Honestly,
I'm sometimes terrified. Afraid that someday you'll blame yourself for failing to protect us and fall apart. That's why I wanted to record this message. Please, don't try to bear everything alone. Maybe you can start relying on us more, fully entrusting your vulnerable side to us. Our will has long been intertwined with yours. We're comrades. This is getting way too sentimental. It doesn't feel like me anymore. Anyway, we just want to see you trusting your comrades enough to share your burdens, even if it isn't us. Finally, we'd like to give you the song that's closest to us. If what we've said is hard to understand, just feel it through the music. Please, enjoy my masterpiece, Homecoming.
Well, cassette plays a familiar tune. It sounds crisp and clear as though it was recorded just yesterday. When the music fades, the tape goes silent. You turn to the woman who calls herself Karen. She desperately wipes away uncontrollable tears. The harbor wind ruffles her hair, and then, at last, she lifts her head.
Proxy, do you remember? I was once terrified of seeing the look on their faces.
Of course. Can you see them clearly now?
Yes, crystal clear. As if I've returned to the exact moment of parting. So this is our last glance. This is the answer you wanted me to find. Thanks, guys. For everything.
Man, how could they do that to me, dude? Oh. The last thing Trigger ever saw was her squad mate smiling at her. Man. God, I don't know why. That story hit harder than Envy. That story hit me harder than, like, Envy's story right now, but holy crap. Hoyo's writers cooked. It feels so different from Envy's story, because Envy's already, like, sure of herself, you know? It was just something from the past that came back to haunt her. But she's already, moved on. And started living her own life, you know? But seeing Karen, like, chase the past... Yeah. God damn, this was... Hoyoverse cooked with this one. I would put it at the same level as Rena's story. Karen's still struggling. She's beginning to move on, yeah. The Trigger we met in, like, in Envy's story was, like, so much more of a complete person, it felt like. She was the one guiding Soldier 11 this time, you know? After meeting with Nathan, you spend a long time with Karen at Port Elpis, letting the sea breeze wash over you. Don't say a word because you both know it'll be soon be time to part ways. The temperature begins to cool. You head back to 6th Street with her.
Proxies. No. Lies. Belle. I've troubled you two a lot these days with my personal affairs. Words can't describe what you've done for me.
No worries. Honestly, my brother and I have been a bit lost recently. Meeting you, though, well, it feels like we've known each other forever. Doesn't it, Wise?
Yeah, we've learned a lot from you too. If nothing else, spending time with you really cheered us up. Perhaps we've always shared the same resolve.
Yeah. When I was trapped in self-doubt, unable to get out, I'm glad you were there with me. You're right. We've already entrusted our backs to each other as comrades. And because of that, because we are comrades, please, hear me out. Maybe you've already noticed. I'm sorry, but I've been keeping something from you. Charon isn't actually my code name. As I mentioned before, Charon was my captain's code name. When I met both of you for the first time, I didn't want to tell you my code name, because I thought someone who couldn't protect their squad mates had no right to one. So I lied. Captain Charon was an orphan like me, with no family to mourn her. I've been using her code name because I may be the last person in the world who still remembers her. But I understand now. If I want to keep moving forward, I can't keep hiding behind a lie. My true code name is...
You don't have to tell me right now.
Charon, at the harbor, Nathan spoke to you privately. Was he offering you a chance to return to the Defense Force?
Yes. He said he still has a friend in the Defense Force who's currently forming a new squad. And if my goals align with theirs, I could consider joining them.
So, what's your decision? Where will you go next?
After everything that's happened, I think I do share the same goal as that friend of his in the new squad they're building. So I'll head back to the new Eridu Defense Force and keep chasing my new goal with a new team.
Your new goal... Is it to look further into the fall of the old capital?
Yes. My encounter with Grim Vulture has made me realize this should be the true form of my vengeance. I'll uncover the real culprits behind the old capital's fall and make them pay for their crimes. If the ferryman who leads me to the truth demands a price, I'm willing to wager my life. I have a gut feeling the masterminds will reveal themselves again soon. To protect the city my comrades cherished and sacrificed their lives for, I won't allow such a tragedy to happen again. By letting the will to protect guide my hatred, I now have a clear aim toward the truth.
That's exactly why we can't be completely honest with each other right now.
That's what I thought. If that's the case, then for now, we shouldn't learn your true code name, nor entrust our backs to one another.
Are you saying we're on opposite sides?
No. We might walk different paths, but those paths will lead us to the same destination. It's just that, for now, we can't say any more than that.
To be honest, after facing an enemy as ruthless as Grim Vulture, we're reminded of our own powerlessness. Watching you fight back, almost losing your life to a bullet. That feeling, we're nowhere near strong enough to protect you. And we're not strong enough to open up about our pasts either. Sorry.
Second thought of or hesitation, Karen takes hold of each of your hands and brings them together at her chest. Wait, hold up. Wait a second. Her chest?
If this is your slightly selfish principle, I respect it. You were once my proxies, and I'll keep this memory locked away as something I cherish. If, as you say, our destination is the same, then we should continue on our separate paths, striving to grow stronger. The next time we meet, I'll reveal my true codename. I hope we can become true comrades. I want your presence to forever remain in the melody of my life.
Yes, it's a promise. We'll cross paths once again, Charon.
You watch the woman who calls herself Karen walk further and further away. A Defense Force soldier waits for her at the end of the path.
Hello. I'm the sniper from the former Liar Squad of the Chrysoberyl Division, recommended by Captain Nathan, originally of the new Eridu Defense Force's Obsidian Division, Impera Squad.
Ah, I heard about you from my superior. You're the one who dealt with the serial murders targeting the Defense Force, right? Well, the new Eridu Defense Force is ready to welcome you back. Let me confirm a few details before taking you to base. Which squad are you applying to join? And did you have a code name during your previous service?
I'm applying to join the Obsidian Division's Obel Squad. As for my codename, Trigger, I was Trigger of Liar Squad.
Everything has come to an end. Wise, do you think we'll ever see Karen again? For sure. I'm looking forward to it too. I really hope we can grow, get stronger, and have greater power to face any crisis. When we reunite with her, we have to hear her real code name. Great minds think alike. However, after hearing Karen Grim Vulture stories, can't help but feel a bit sad. They had the same fate, but in the end, they walked completely different paths and became enemies. So we don't actually know she's Trigger. I mean, they know. This is in the past, Kat. This is a story. This is like a flashback. This entire story is a flashback. When Belle and Wise were still starting out. If hypothetically, we also encounter enemies who once experienced the same fate, but now walk completely different paths with opposing goals, forced to be enemies, what would you do? I would seek mutual understanding with them. Nah, I would defeat them. That's true. Our goal is clear, and we will never waver. If someone really stands in our way, Wise, let's overcome them together. We will prove our worth as Phaethon. After everything that's happened, I feel pretty exhausted. You must feel the same, right, Wise? How about we take a good rest first? The commission from Shepard won't be as easy as we've been having it before, you know. Take a break. Leave the story. We completed this chapter. Its content is now available in the video archive. Sheesh. Not gonna lie, I expected her real code name to be something other than Trigger, but I guess she finally embraced it. Yeah, I thought it was going to be something like, I thought it was going to be like a Greek myth and that Trigger would be her new code name. But I guess not. You know? Unless I'm missing something and there's someone in Greek myths called Trigger. It reminds me, the first agent story we get is with Soldier 11, explained in an archived video. Is it? Wait, what's explained? I assume it's the same with all agent stories. I remember that's the first time we saw Trigger, and I was like excited to meet her. Now we got her, I'm like, damn. Oh, wait, shit? Are you... Oh my god. Only pretty sure I haven't limited ammo during that time. Back up high school. Oh my god. So this is how Trigger sees. She sees the ethereal... Target distant enemies. Each aim shot consumes 5 bullets. Oh my god. Bro, it's literally Nikke. God, the sense is bad. Remember Farrah was bored? How about reviewing this recordings? Aim labs for the Gunner game. Oh my god. You're so right though. It's literally just aim labs. Bro, ZZ was like, we're gonna bring Nike to ZZ. Not Nike, Nikke to ZZZ. Easy. Wait, this is pretty good. I was waiting for this event. God damn. Oh my god. Oh, fuck. Oh my god. I accidentally killed one. No. Oh, I still got the S. That's fine. Dude, the fact that I'm not using my Valorant sense makes this a lot harder. Nice. You guys, that's why I'm not doing Trigger's job. I'm shit. My aim is bad. Oh. Nice. Doing good, bro. Only one casualty. Yeah, I just shot someone in the head once. Okay, one last. Honestly, props to the devs for putting game mode like this in. Damn, the Ethereals are hiding behind cover. Are you serious? Nice. And I mean, it was a collateral. Yeah, I didn't know how was I gonna be able to shoot that without the collat. Okay, well. I'm assuming this is harder. Try to get an S rank, shall we? Nice. Appreciate the trigger, so quite adept with recoil management with such a powerful rifle. Yeah, true. I mean, her stance is also pretty good, no? Nice. It's a pretty good score too. As long as we keep getting headshots, we can get there. Nice. Even had time left. I get it. I think I got it. I think I got it. Nice. Nice. Okay. Just one more. We're done with this minigame. I think I like the implementation of this minigame more than how they did it in ZZZ. Nice. That was a lot harder though. Was that the last one? Nice, we did it. Oh, I'll take all of this. Thank you very much. Yes, sir. Shoo. Nice. There we go. And then what's this? Yeah, definitely have enough to have ourselves a temple. Oh shit, we're almost to here. In that case, just grab ourselves 3 here. There we go. Alright, one pull on stream, guys. One pull on stream. Let's see what we get. Okay, it's not. There's no S rank grip. It's not an S rank grip. Wait, but there could be something guaranteed if I do one more. All right, wait 1 second. We could get something. This could be an S rank. It's not. Oh well. Oh, it's a set. It's sets. Oh, engine. Just one more. Nah, we're fine. We're fine. That's good enough for me. Okay, so we've finished. Excellent that we finished. You've achieved quite a lot today. All right.
This is the path I follow.
I've got your back.
All right, cool. Now we can start enhancing her other skills. Damn. Okay. So we hit that far.
I've got your back. I am the Eye of Obel.
And of course, we're gonna end this with a date with Trigger. Let's have a date with Trigger. Come on. Complete the mission. Now I'm taking a break now. Are you busy today? Really? It feels like you're constantly busy. No, just ignore what I said. If you're free, would you want to meet up today? That's exactly what I was thinking. Let me work out my schedule. One moment. Alright, Proxy, I have the entire day free. Where are we heading? Want to come over to my place? Okay, sending up my safe vacation to stay at your place. Isn't that a bit extravagant? Sometimes you treat yourself to luxury. Would you mind picking up the metro station? I think your metro station would be the easiest way to get to your place. I haven't figured out what we're going to do yet. I'm already looking forward to it. Okay, let's do it. You meet up with Trigger at the metro entrance on 6th Street. Oh yeah. Thanks for picking up the station, Proxy. Atmosphere in 6th Street's so nice. Let's go for a walk before we go to the store. Sector or activity for today? Watching a movie? It's a secret. I'm serious, I look forward to it. It's out now, we can take our time. Maybe that's the first step towards extravagance. Wait, let's not walk slowly, Sugar. She went ahead, she didn't walk slowly. God damn. I thought we were gonna walk slowly. I was gonna take my time. Nostalgic. When's the last time I came to your little secret base? Feels like everything here is just like when we first met. Actually, something's changed. There's a new home VR, some more items on the workbench. You've got a little smart assistant. You can sense the marks of your life all around. They have faulty TV still here. Being the one on the wall, second row from the top, third column from the left. From the sound of it, the connection issue seems to have been resolved now. Roxy, I'm so happy you still remember. Sorry, I was too caught in my thoughts. What should we do now? Haul away the hours however we like, huh? No activity more extravagant than that. Typical of a Proxy. You don't like taking it easy? Never tried doing this before, so teach me, Proxy. What do you usually do to pass the time with your sibling? 2-player video game. I want to try playing a video game with you too. Oh no, guys. Oh. Trent, localization error, rip. You know any games where two people can team up? Can't really see visuals, but I can make accurate judgments based on sounds. We're really going to waste time. How about we play until we clear together? You pick a co-op game with a really long playthrough to connect it to the TV and sit down and couch start playing. Trigger's incredibly good at the game, accurately distinguishing every sound and responding at top speed. Perhaps it's taking too much of her focus? When you get to the second last level, she yawns next to you and you feel her head slightly rest on your shoulder. You stay still, letting time slip by until she wakes up. Did I fall asleep? Proxy, I hope I didn't do anything inappropriate. Oh my god, she's so cute. No. Don't try to console me. How embarrassing. Ben's work, it's retiring, huh? Work shouldn't be an excuse. I promised we'd while the hours together. I'm sorry I didn't keep my word. That's really whiling away the hours. So we'll continue next time. God, she's so cute. What the fuck? Bro, Trigger's amazing. I need to hang out with Pulcra. Fellini. Damn, that was fast. I should, if Trigger gets I think Trigger will get an encounter sometime here. Okay. Here's what we do. Go to the next day morning. Pulcra Fellini. Take those. Claim that. Excellent.
Eradicate all evil.
Alright, there should be a hangout time with Trigger. Oh, I guess. Alright. Try late at night. Sorry to God, names upon feline. Perhaps it is. Okay. Move on to the next day. Come on, guys. Trigger is bound to show up sometime, right? Okay. Next day. Oh shit, Astra's here. No, where's my hang out the Trigger? Ah, come on, give me a break, game. Maybe she appears in the evening. Oh, I forgot I can hang out with Kaleda too. Bro, is she that busy? She literally just can't hang out. Is it actually impossible? No, I think she'll show up eventually. I wonder if maybe she has a late night thing. Because that's when you can meet Soldier 71 as well. I guess not. Oh well, I guess I do have to wait until the next day. RIP. That's fine. Okay. Let's find somewhere to raid, shall we? Who should we raid? Who should we raid? Let's go raid E2M. I don't even stream that often, but yeah, let's go ahead and raid him. Alright guys, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it as always, and I will see you all again very soon. I will be tomorrow I will be playing some Persona, so I hope you guys can look forward to that. Until then, make sure you take care of yourselves, stay healthy, and of course stay jazzy. Goodbye guys.